Oh, hey.
Ow, we're live.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, you guys. How's everybody doing? Give it time for this little delay to kick in as always.
Yeah, it looks like we have about a 6-second delay or so.
Let me pull up the chat. All right, let's see. We have, I'm going up through, I'm having to look at the other chat.
Yeah.
Love how this works. Let's see. We have Ms. Barbie. Welcome.
Welcome, Barbie.
Adventure 50 says, hi guys, I'm not sure if I'll be here later. I'm recording 2 new videos tonight. Hopefully I can get them done fast so I can join the fun. So we'll be looking for you, Adventure 50. We have Marco, Ground Fog. Welcome, welcome. The Night's Edge, headed to bed, but also wanted to say hey and love you guys. We love you too. Yep. You guys are awesome.
Glad you stopped by.
We have Roth. He said, good evening, Legion Steel Knives.
Mr. Chicken Commander.
Yes. And we have Christopher McLaughlin.
Hey, Christopher.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Glad to have you here.
And EDC Reviewer. Good to see you here.
Hey, EDC.
Hope everyone's doing well. We know it's going to be a slow, late night, but hey, that's what this is all about.
We're here to hang out.
Yes. So
that means the conversation is up in the air. We can take this just about anywhere YouTube allows.
Yes, and we didn't do our normally scheduled Tuesday. I'm like, this is Tuesday, right?
Yes, it's Tuesday still.
We didn't do our normal Tuesday live because today has just been so hectic. We had to finish getting off everybody's packages, those of you who won prizes. And so if you heard from us, if you received an email with your tracking number or a message from us, again, giving you your tracking number, that's because we know USPS doesn't always send those emails out like they should. So, yeah.
And we still got a couple of packages left to go out. So if you haven't received your email, don't panic. We just ran out of time before the post office closed today. So
yes, it was insane today. And but here we are. We know we usually go live on Tuesday, so we're like, we'll just do a Legion Night Live. We tend to like these a little bit slower, and it's just laid back. We like to have fun. We have EDC, Reese's Puffs, eat them up, Reese's Puffs. Yes, yeah. The Reese's Puffs are always a star of the show, you know. And also we have, the butt rubs.
Yeah.
We got to make them the star sometime too. So, and then we have the gong, the gong.
Yeah.
But yes, it's still on loan from Sir Jason himself. And so, yes, but we'll be continuing the gong and the cowbell.
Did you just knight Jason?
Yes, I did.
That's going to go to his head.
You're welcome, Jason. Hello, Ron Crow. Welcome back. Glad you're here.
Hey, Ron.
Ryan Brown says, hello, everyone.
Welcome back, Ryan.
And EDC said, my kids love them. Oh, yes. They're pure goodness. But, Till and Reese's is just life. Coffee's at the top of all that. But, yeah.
That's what we forgot. We didn't bring any Reese cups in here for the live.
Yeah, we still have the cereal representing, so
yeah,
yes, and everyone's telling each other hello. But yes, like I said, today has just been crazy, and we still wanted to come on when things calmed down. So we were just on a live. We were on a live earlier with Darkwater. He was doing an awesome 5K giveaway. So congratulations to Darkwater on his 5K subs. Then we were on a live with Help with Gadgets, and he was talking about his knives, and he did some anodizing.
Yep.
So that was fun.
Pretty cool to see.
Yes. Ryan Brown says, EDC Reviewer, now I want Reese's Puffs. Yeah, they're a must-have. But we do try to get around to everyone's lives. It's important that we interact with you guys just like y'all do with us. So, it's part of being part of the community. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, eat them up, eat them up.
EDC reviewers writing a rap song over there, it sounds like, about Reese's.
Yes. And see, one day I am hoping that Reese's will reach out to us and be like, you know what, Marissa? We want to supply you with a lifetime supply. I wish. But, of Reese's Puffs. And I'll be like, okay. Yeah, because we're extremely bad. We don't do, any endorsements or anything like that. But we endorse a lot of products. We truly do. Nebo, Reese's Puffs. Yeah.
Butt rubs.
Yes, the butt rubs. So let's see. EDC reviewer, that's the theme song for them. Yes. It definitely should be. But yeah, we've been asked several times if we had a affiliate code or sponsorship with Reese's or Nebo, and we don't. So
we just like sharing products that we enjoy and like.
Yeah, and we're hoping that whenever, because we did reach out to Nebo and we're like, hey, we love your products. We are telling everybody about them on our channel. Do you have like a discount code or something that our viewers can benefit off of if they choose to buy the product? So we're still waiting on that. Sometimes correspondence takes a long time with these companies. Have not reached out to Reese's. I mean, I should have stock in Reese's. I really should. So should Marshall.
Yeah, I eat a lot of Reese's too.
Yeah, 2 pounds of Reese's peanut butter cups. Barbie says the cowbell. So
it's here.
Let's see.
Right here. Cutting on.
Gotta love Will Ferrell and his cowbell.
Yep.
There you go, Barbie. But I think Marshall has a little bit more for you. Need my earplugs.
Thought I'd be nice to Marissa this time.
That wasn't too bad.
Beat it right next to her head, but I could be like in the video clip.
Yeah, y'all gonna see Marshall get beat too. EDC says, oh my gosh, Reese's with the Reese's pieces inside them. Oh my gosh, my fave. Right? That's what I'm talking about. And Barbie loves some cowbell. At Legion Steel Knives, I saw 2 of your knives on Blade Binge when watching Tri-State tonight. Yep. Yeah. Yep. We caught that too. We just happened to go into Tri-State's live just because we like hearing about like whatever. So he was like, is he on Blade Bench? Because I was the one in the live watching it, and he's supposed to be at his laptop working, but he was not. So anyway, yeah, and he's like, is that Blade Bench? And I was like, yes. And then we saw where he scrolled down and our knives were on there. And we're like, yeah, oh, that's cool. There we are. But yep, our knives were on Blade Bench. Our knives were with White Mountain Knives. They're with Blade HQ.
Blade HQ.
Yeah.
Blade Man Knife Shop.
Chris, maybe a cross sponsorship where Marshall designs a Reese's folder like the Oscar Mayer automatic from the weekend. That's a good idea, Chris. That's a really good idea.
I wish I could anodize orange because I can do brown and we could get the whole Reese's theme.
We could get near orange-ish type. I'll just be like, let's spray paint this.
Talk to Burkles.
Yeah.
Yeah, have them do a Reese's theme for us.
Yes, where's Burkles when we need him? Let's see. Ryan, I looked into the Prop 65 madness and had my fears calm down. Unless I heat my knives up and inhale the vapors or chew on the metal from sharpening my knife.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotta love good old Prop 65.
Yeah, they do it because they're afraid of loss.
Yeah. Barbie says, I can't wait to get mine. I'm stoked. Yes, yours went out today, Barbie. So hopefully, as Foop Doozle said about our package that's coming to us, that it's taking the scenic route. We hope yours doesn't and you get it sooner, much rather than later.
Yeah.
So, but yes, and when you get y'all stuff, make sure you take some pictures, send it to us. We love seeing you guys enjoying the ASGEIR knives and also the other knives that you guys win in our giveaways. EDC, I know I got a ways to go, but I just put up a video with my 1K giveaway prize.
Oh.
Y'all should all check it out. It's not something you will want to miss a chance at winning.
We'll definitely check it out.
Yes. I was watching one of your videos this morning, actually, and I honestly, I don't remember which knife it was, but I was like, I need to get that.
She wants.
I do remember that. So, Pins and Blades said, hello, everyone. Hello, Pins. Welcome. Owen says, thank you for the subscription. Albert Creed.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that, Albert. Nightbot, just jabbering away. And Barbie said, sweet. Yes, I'll be taking pics and doing a video.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And we have a few spots left in our ASGEIR pass around for this last pass around. So, again, if you guys have a channel or Instagram, you want to be a part of the pass around, just reach out to us. You can DM us on Instagram or email us at support@legionstillknives.com and we'll add you to it. Everybody's going to be grouped into the pass around email. So that way we always know where it is. And you know who's next and who you got to send it to and everything. Yep. So yes. So if you want to be part of that, just reach out to us and we'll get you hooked up. And no, your channel does not have to be huge. And your Instagram doesn't have to have a mass following in order to be a part of the pass around. That's not what we're all about. So we want to give everybody a chance to check the knife out and review it and whatnot. So
yeah, everybody has some reach. So
yeah,
we're not super picky.
Oh, yes. And also we know how like the channels that aren't, huge, they don't always get, thrown into these pass arounds. It's harder for them to be a part of those. And sometimes, which we know personally, they don't get listened to because of their numbers or, subscribers are a lot lower. And to us, that doesn't matter. It's the fact that everybody gets a chance to check it out. Yep. So, yeah. Ryan Brown, EDC reviewer. I just subscribed to your channel.
Awesome.
Thank you for that, Ryan.
Yep. And make sure you watch a short and comment, it. That way it sticks and YouTube doesn't think it's a bot subscription and take it away.
And Barbie, where's your subscription count at right now? Because I know Barbie is trying to get to 300 so she can do her 300 giveaway.
She's just itching to give those knives away.
Yes, she is. But no, Barbie's doing well. Her numbers are growing and everything. And as always, we try to support all of you and growing your channel. And I was trying to, he's not in here yet. But if you guys haven't subscribed to Help with Gadgets yet, go over there, subscribe to him. We have Adventure 50. If anybody wants to, she's at 260.
Oh, nice.
That's good. You're gaining some ground. So yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to them yet, go over there, check them out. Good people.
Yep.
And we're hoping that Adventure finishes recording his videos tonight.
Yeah.
So we can actually have him on our live.
Yeah, we invited him to join us on screen and hopefully that can work out.
Oh, yeah. Ballistic says serial number 26 has been used and abused and held up fantastic.
Awesome.
That is great.
Love that. That's
yeah.
the kind of stuff we like to hear.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, the ASGEIR is our baby. So naturally, I'm going to speak highly of it. But I also try to remain completely transparent, about using it. And honestly, I have put that my poor knife, my ASGEIR, through the paces. And it's no issues whatsoever. And that blade, like, it hasn't even done any damage to the blade. So yeah, I definitely put it to use during Christmas opening because I got some tools. Yes, I received some tools from my husband for Christmas because I love my tools. And so I use the ASGEIR to cut through that hard. It's really hard plastic and whatnot, and I had no issues with it whatsoever. But yeah.
Yep. Yep. They did a great job on that 20 CV.
Like keeps what is that saying? It takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
The Energizer Bunny.
Yes, indeed. I couldn't believe it. I did a live sharpening today on TikTok and had multiple thousands come through the stream and about 300 that was there for a while. I honestly couldn't believe I got that much. Yes, the sharpening and the anodizing and stuff. A lot of people want to learn about it. And what we have learned when it comes to the sharpening and anodizing and other certain things, there's so much misinformation out there. So we love it when, people will go on TikTok or Instagram or even YouTube and they're like, show the proper way how to do it. And yeah, we love watching that stuff. Yep. We were surprised tonight when Help with Gadgets actually started anodizing. We were like, oh yeah. It's pretty sad that we get excited about things like that.
Yeah.
The sharpening and the anodizing. So
but if you would go over to Help with Gadgets channel and give him a subscribe and watch a video like it, because he's a good guy and doing good things over there, and he's still running for that 1K mark.
EDC takes a licking and keeps on ticking is Timex.
Oh, okay.
Pins, yeah, for real, it was crazy. I had that much. Albert Creed, sorry. I'm learning anodizing too.
Awesome. Well, if you ever have any questions, just shoot us an email or reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll be happy to give you any advice you might need or answer some questions for you.
And we're also not beyond, because we've done it before, where we will also go on to a video call with you, just us one-on-one with you, and help you through whatever process that it is. So that way we can actually see what you're doing. If you have any questions, it just makes it easier. But yeah, if you need help in that manner, we'll also do that as well. Robert,
Robert Reed.
Can you hit the gong and eat a peanut butter cup?
Well, we don't have any peanut butter. Oh, wait.
There's one up there.
We got two. So I say we feed Marissa a peanut butter cup and have her hit the gong. I will happily
eat one.
And have her hit the gong.
You can hit the gong while I eat the peanut butter cup.
Ladies first.
I'll just throw the wrench at it. Look, this is a team effort, right? He hits the gong. Got to make it dramatic as I eat the peanut butter cup.
I'm waiting for, as you eat it, for sound effect.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right? I'm trying to not laugh while I do this.
Good luck. There you go, Robert. And the gong lasts about as long as you choose.
You could read that.
EDC reviewer. Yeah, there are only a few free handers left that actually give accurate info and not just talking out their butt rubs. Pretty much. Yeah, there's a lot of misunderstood information. I mean, a lot of them I don't think are like intentionally trying to give wrong information. They're relaying what they know, and there's always multiple ways to do something, but some ways are just better and more efficient, and they might be getting some results, but we like to help keep.
Well, what I have an issue with, and this is like a pet peeve of mine, when you run into a know-it-all that isn't willing to learn. And like you said, there's multiple ways to do things, but you're never at a point where you absolutely know it all. I mean, and that's like, you've been doing this, almost 30 years.
Yep.
He still learns things because I have to teach him. I'm kidding. I kid. But yeah, that's my pet peeve are people that aren't willing to learn anything more because they think they're at the point where they know it all.
Should I show them the sign on the wall?
Which one?
That one.
You can just read it to them.
Oh, I've got a sign up here that says, "Those of you who think you know everything are annoying to those of us who do."
Yes. Let's see. Penn said, "Yum, peanut butter cups, right?"
Yep.
Barbie, I'm definitely going to call you to get some info, Marissa. All right, yeah, definitely call me. Because I know you had mentioned you wanted your ASGEIR anodized, but yeah, give me a call and we'll talk through it and whatnot and find out what you want and all that good fun. Max said, "Good morning."
Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Maximus. All right. Robert Reed said, "That was so soothing."
Yes, the gong's actually not obnoxious. It can be loud, but it's a rather pleasant sound.
Ron, I forgot what you told me. What streaming software are you using again? I'm using Restream now. I like it so much better than StreamYard. If you use the free version of StreamYard, that's fine. But you're going to get what you're not paying for. But with Restream, it has even so much to offer on even like the cheapest monthly, and Restream also offers a monthly budget for you, whereas StreamYard is weekly
and rather costly.
Yeah, very, very costly. And I used OBS, and OBS was just, and I know other people use it and they like it, but I don't. So yeah, I ended up going to Restream, and Restream has not failed me yet. But if you want any more pointers on it or whatever, Ron, just reach out to me, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you.
EDC reviewer says Reddit is so full of professional sharpeners, it's insane. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I bet you half of them aren't professional.
The more you know, the more you realize how little you know.
Yep.
Adam Savage said something like that. That's very, very true. Very true, Pins. Exactly, Robert. If you're not learning something new, you don't have an open mind. Yep.
Very true.
And the worst ones are the know-it-all, simply because they read everything and then recite it as gospel. They have pretty much killed the knife in sharpening Reddits.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things, and I see it a lot in the knife industry, and I don't care for it, is you've got these guys that read the websites, they read the books, they watch the DVDs, well, if people still use DVDs, or YouTube, and they take in all this information, and it's good, valuable information, but they have little to no practical experience, and they talk like they've been a master at the craft for years, and doesn't always work out that way.
5 a.m. here. Well, thank you, Max,
Yes.
for always being a loyal viewer. You are always welcome. I know that you lose a lot of sleep to make sure you're on our lives, but yes, you're always welcome to be here. Even if you say, hey, you know what, for a chance, Legion, I need sleep.
Yeah.
So the neighbors don't think you're crazy. But yeah, thank you for always being here, Max. We appreciate you. And you're very welcome, Ron.
Yep.
95% of them don't even own a stone.
Yeah, that one has surprised me.
Knowledge is one thing and understanding is something totally different.
Yep. That practical experience changes everything.
Yes, because one thing that I've always done is, I'm like the Jane of all trades, master of none. So if there's something that I do have a lot of knowledge on and someone asks me a question about it, if I don't know, I'm literally going to tell you, I don't know, but let me go and do some research, or we can research together and we can figure out the answer to it. So yeah, and I learned something in the process when, I get asked questions that I can't answer. So I'm not going to sit here and feed somebody a line that is not even true when it's like, okay, because they're going to take that advice and then, yeah.
And everybody's experiences are different too. So don't shut somebody down because they're new at something either. I've learned things from guys who are making knives for 6 months and I was 15 years in, and I learned something from them because their experience, they had to work through a problem on their own and figure it out on their own. And their way of figuring it out was actually more efficient and yielded a better result than the way I had been doing it for 15 years. So, take your knowledge and work with what other people offer, and you might find better ways from unexpected sources.
Yeah. And like with us even doing these in the shop videos, we're learning things from them.
Yep.
And so, I think it's pretty amazing being able to visit these other bladesmiths and swordsmiths and knife maker shops and whatnot, because every single time we have learned something absolutely new. And that's like with Mr. JD's in the most recent in the shop video that came out. Amazing man, just sweet and as humble as he can be. And it's like we learned so many things from him.
He's been making knives about the same amount of time I have, and he had come up with solutions for certain, challenges we run into in the knife shop as a knife maker that I never thought of. And I was like, oh, I kept telling him, she saw it behind the scenes. I'm like, I'm stealing that idea. I'm stealing that idea.
You even told him that in the interview that you were going to steal some ideas from him. And it's nice to watch, because while we had both Marshall and Mr. J that are experienced in their profession of knife making, they were both learning from each other. And it was just amazing to watch, because it wasn't, oh, I'm not telling you my secret. No, they were like, here's it. This will help you, out in what you do. Yeah, they're willing to give it. So, and like you said in the interview when you were talking to him, while, at one point they are competitors, they're also willing to help each other out. So, but I can honestly say, I have yet to see you as a knife maker and a bladesmith to not give anybody information that wouldn't, that could help them out. So yeah, that's great to see. Max said, of course, because it's you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. EDCs, the pins, that's a fact. Welcome, Mad.
Hey, Mad, Yako.
Glad to see you here.
Elbert Creed, as a technician, I learn all of the new stuff from my apprentices. Yep. Always got to be open to learn.
Oh, yeah.
EDC reviewer. Lots of people just say what sounds good and makes them sound as though they know what they're talking about. It's kind of sad that so many people will BS people and tell them anything just for the validation. Yeah, and that's a symptom of this new social media world we live in. Everybody, it really pulls out the narcissistic traits in people because they want to feel important because people are listening.
Oh, yeah. Max said, without people trying things, we wouldn't have learned anything. Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Just if you're going to experiment in a workshop, be very careful. That can go all kinds of wrong.
Oh, yeah. If you ever stop learning and go stagnant, then you're no longer a master of your craft. If you aren't learning something is wrong, and I don't care how good you are, that holds true.
Yep.
Yep. Welcome back, Lumi. Glad to have you here.
Hey, Luminous.
Welcome, Robert.
Welcome.
And Mr. Jim, this is why I wrote those books. Too many folks back then were so anal and worried that they wouldn't even share basic information.
Yep. Yeah, and that's sad. And now, a lot of them are willing to share. But while I get some trade secrets here and there, I share all of mine. And I kind of get annoyed sometimes when people figure something out and they really don't want to give it up.
Yeah, and that does sadly happen. Not a whole lot, but it does happen. And it's like, now if you have something, how should I put it? That's more of like your own secret style that maybe if you want to get into, like get into the area of copyright or something like that. Yeah,
Right.
You don't want to share that, but I honestly don't see any point in it. It's like, why not teach somebody? Why not pass on your own legacy? Why not, pass on the information like with Mr. Herman Schneider, your mentor?
Yep.
It's like, where would you be at if he hadn't taught you and shared what he knew? And he could have kept it to himself, but he didn't.
And the sad thing is if you never share it, when you unfortunately leave this world, that information can go with you,
Yep. EDC, it absolutely does. It's very much a symptom of social media. Validation is a hell of a drug.
Yep.
Yes. And welcome back, Dane. Glad to see you. And Jim said, and I was crucified for divulging trade secrets.
I remember hearing all about all of that. It was really sad because your books helped so many, and a lot of people just weren't happy about it. Yep, I agree. Especially on something that's not, like patented processes or technology,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say a while ago. Like when you start moving into I guess patented was the word I was trying to use instead of copyright, but same difference. But I understand like a trade secret. Yeah, that's completely different. But when it comes to just the simple information that could make someone's job so much easier and whatnot.
Especially since those people that don't want to share are standing on the shoulders of the people that shared with them,
Oh, yeah.
Jim, and the more eyes you have looking at a thing, the better things get. Yes, exactly.
Yep, very true. And I'm bad about that too. I'll be like, come check, look at this, just to make sure that I haven't overlooked something or maybe there's something I could do better.
Yep.
And whatnot.
Hey, Help with Gadgets.
Hey, welcome
Thanks
back.
for coming by. We were happy to help you out on your live. And if you need more help or have more questions, we can set up with you via email to set up a live video chat between us and you and talk you through some of what you're doing, give you some pointers, answer questions, whatever you need.
Yep. Info most certainly needs to be shared. Just imagine where the world would be if no one handed off info or skills to the next person.
Yep.
It just takes it to the grave. We would be nowhere. Yeah, that's true. So, and we've been questioned before. It's like, okay, so you guys are a knife company. Why are you sharing this information or that information, or why are you trying to teach people this skill or that skill? And it's like, why not?
Right.
Why wouldn't we? We're not going to sit there and try and withhold everything just so we can be like, ooh, look at us. There's just no point in it.
We even get asked why we promote people that
Yeah.
would be potential competitors for us in the market, like our Blade Show videos. We're a knife company. We're not a review channel. And we go around talking to other people trying to sell knives in the exact same market we're in. Or Mr. JD's, he was like, I don't know why y'all do this. I don't see how it benefits you, but but we just like putting it out there. It's kind of a way to give back.
Oh yeah. And like in the shops again, episodes that we do, not only does, like I said earlier, like when we go there, we learn new things, but by putting these knife makers and bladesmiths, out there and them sharing their skills and the way they do things, it could help somebody else.
Yep.
So, and it also helps promote them as well. And I mean, we love doing that. And honestly, we wouldn't be where we're at, any of us, without these people that has brought all, like Jim writing his books.
Yep.
Him bringing all that information out has helped millions of people. So, that's, our main point is, why wouldn't we promote others? Why wouldn't we, try to get that information out there and shared with others? Help with Gadgets said, cool. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Very welcome. And loved your live. You were doing awesome on that anodizing. So, yes. I had a maker refuse to answer a question of mine because he said if he told me, I would tell everyone else. And he was right.
Yep. But you know what? It's a good thing because like your books, Jim, I didn't have a teacher when I started making knives. It was whatever DVDs or VHS I could purchase out of the back of Blade magazine, whatever knife book I could find, and yours was one of the first. And so your book led me through the first several years of my learning to make knives.
Yeah, and I believe we told you before as well, Jim, that because of your books, just like a lot of the knife makers, the bladesmiths, the swordsmith I'm speaking of, all have credited you in your books for the knowledge that they gained in the process. So, yeah.
Even the episode.
You did a great thing.
Even the episode of In the Shop that we worked on filming while she was out here in California, we had mentioned you being in our lives, and he was like, yeah, I got his books on the shelf right over here.
Yep.
So,
that was just the most recent one we did.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. And that'll be coming out in March.
Yes.
Yep. I was like, what month, y'all? Max, prime example, is there a channel called Hampshire Outdoors and Survival, and he was showing his stoves, and I sent him one I've made, and he was so shocked how good it was. He had never seen it before. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and that's a good example, Max. We've had people that's like, I know we've just done the anodizing and everything on our channel, but it's like we've had people reach out to us and ask, hey, how they saw that, we were doing it. So now they're like reaching out, asking questions and whatnot. And we're like, hey, we're just here to help. That's the main purpose of our channel. Like I said before, was for educational purposes.
Yep.
And again, we don't know it all. You guys have even taught us things. So there you go.
They taught us we need earplugs to have a YouTube channel.
Yes. I just wish I had someone to pass all this stuff I have in my head onto the next generation. Well, you've definitely done that with your book so far. And I'm actually excited about book number 4.
Yeah, so am
really
I. I'm real,
especially this one right here.
Yeah, she's heard all about it over and over. What's it going to be about?
Yeah. And I guarantee you this one here will probably be the first one to grab one.
Hopefully you do a hardback, because I have all your books in hardback. I'd like the fourth one to be in hardback.
Yes. You help the next person to further the industry. Every person that learns something new, the world becomes just that much better. Stagnation in any skilled trade profession in the world suffers. Yep. Dragoon got put on a timeout. Oh, no.
Shame on you, Dragoon.
Yeah, that's all right. You got 60 seconds. Ballistic Ink. The firearms industry is awful in that same way. As fun as SHOT used to be, I don't really see a point in going anymore.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
SHOT is really only for if you're a dealer of some sort to go and get the deals and place the big orders. And some companies, you don't even have to go to get them. They give you an over-the-phone SHOT Show deal.
Yeah. Jim, when book one came out, there really wasn't much out there that addressed that subject.
Yep. Yeah, and there were a lot of, I know, back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, the few people that were doing it, they were gatekeeping all the knowledge.
In EDC, he's talking to Ballistic. The whole pew community is that way, and from the companies to the fanboys, super toxic.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
I often say enthusiasts can often be the worst representatives of the community that they're trying to represent.
Yes, and Dragoon, I saw that you got timed out before I was able to see that you came in. So hopefully you didn't have to sit in the corner too long. Let's see. The late Bill Bagwell and I used to sit back at the SOF convention and make all sorts of snide remarks about the folks that believe their own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see.
And it's sad that's that way. Herman Schneider, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he mentored me for about 13 years. And he always told me the first piece of advice I could give you is don't believe what your fans say about you and don't believe your own BS.
Yep. He said there is only so much that can be out into a book. Some things are better shown as to how to do, like welding stainless steel in NOTY. Is it not in a can or?
Not in a can, I think.
Oh, not in a can. Okay. Have a look at Pill Bottle Stove and you will understand. I just made my own version. You need to send us a pic, Max.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
In fact, Max, you were here for our last giveaway, right? On Saturday. If you weren't, go and watch it. The guy Jason in here that was in our video with us and provided us with the temporary use of the gong, he's really big into bushcraft. And you might like to link up with him on Facebook and have some fun combos.
Oh, yes. And Dragoon, talking to Pins. It's been a heck of a ride, mate. I'm now LSK mascot. I just put in my 2 weeks to go full on commercial plumbing, and my truck is on its last little bit of patience with me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it all works out with your truck. EDC reviewer. Only more toxic community I've been part of, more so than Pew Pew's, is high performance car modding community. Most toxic community on earth, I believe. And if it's not, I don't want to know what is. Well, I get what you're saying, but I really believe all enthusiast communities have that portion of them that is just insanely toxic. Because with 30 years in the knife, custom collectors, knife world, high quality knife world, whatever you want to call it, I've seen a whole lot of horrible toxicity in it, even before the internet was really part of it. So it's present in every community.
You can read that too. I'm still eating my Reese's.
Okay. Ballistic Ink says practical experience means a lot, especially with manufacturing in both small and large scales. You can only learn so much from a book. Absolutely. When I started out as a knife maker, I had a really good friend, and he had a massive wealth of knowledge. But he wouldn't ever finish a blade. And me and him, we would argue at times because I was doing and he was reading and he was telling me how to do it. And I'm like demonstrating it don't quite work the way you're reading it. Something's missing, and we've got to work through that problem.
That reminds me of your armor book.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I don't want to attempt this. Making armor.
Yeah. I haven't yet. 20 years I've had that book and I haven't even tried yet.
So I bought a Ford Edge blindly out of Florida that will be here about the same time I switch companies.
Oh.
That's a good thing. Jim, that is right. No one wanted to tell anyone else about how to do much of anything, let alone any fun stuff.
Yep. Dragoon LSK says, EDC reviewer, the only good car community I have found is Common Traffic Mafia. It's literally just people in their cars. No hate, shame, for the love of the ride, or just love for your rides. Great group. Yeah, the groups like that, I find in communities like that, you get a better experience with in-person, like local clubs and whatnot. Not as much hate gets thrown around.
And Max, yeah, I was with you. Yes, you were. Jim says, not in a can. Okay.
Yeah.
Folks tell me that it's not possible until I show them. Cleston Senior and I hit on the same basic technique about at the same time.
Oh, nice. I'm very curious because I've never actually seen anybody weld outside of a can. And for those watching, what they mean by a can is it's basically a square metal pipe. You put the steel in for Damascus that keeps oxygen away from the pieces of steel that will become your Damascus. Seals it up. That's in a nutshell.
So I want to see that.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Just Ask Marshall sat in his garage in December for hours just trading information from our worlds. Learned a lot new and saw a lot.
Now he's thinking, who was sitting in my garage in December?
Yeah.
You've had a lot of people come through your shop since I was out here last. We had Ryder with Hartley knives out here.
Right. But Ryder was in November, I thought.
He was.
Because I
was out here in October. We did Blade Show West. Then you had Ryder and you got his mind, like the smoke's coming out of his ears.
Oh, I think I know who this is. Well, welcome. Glad you're here for the live.
EDC. I built a waste oil burner to keep the shop warm. Built it about 6 weeks ago, and it's been really great. Was easy and puts out some serious BTUs.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like freezing out here. So before I even got out here, I told Marshall, I'm like, we're going to build a hooch. And for those of you who know what a hooch is, that's what we built. Very easy to do. And we have the heater running right now. And so we have our warm area in the shop with, this command center.
And you're gonna make all envious.
And so it's like, where we're filming from now. So we're streaming from, we're not exactly filming, same difference, whatever. So anyway.
Gotta love her whatevers.
So, so we go out of our warm environment where it's cold to work in the shop, and then we're back in here. And so a couple times, Marshall was out there working, and I'm just staying in here where it's warm, trying not to have a reason to go out where it's cold, because it got pretty cold here a few times. So yeah. Dragoon said he's talking to EDC. It's the truck community that's the worst now. Let's see. Pins, good point, said there's bad actors in any community.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think that's really what it is if you're in a position in an enthusiast community where you're allotted to have an ego, some people are going to get really big egos, and those egos are going to clash.
And Barbie says, Marissa, I'm eating a Butterfinger.
Should be a Reese's.
Yes, and I just ate the last Reese's peanut butter cup that was here.
I was saving that for me. There was two.
Oh,
There's
well.
2 of us.
Oh, well. There's more in the fridge. Let's see. Pin says, making me hungry eating all this candy.
Yeah, I'm going to go get some. That was wrong. You ate my Reese's.
Everyone can read different in their own heads, like when you read a text. Yeah, text is a lot harder because you don't hear like the inflection or whatever of someone's voice. So if there's no context, yeah, it's really easy to read something differently than how it's meant. I've done that a few times. So Burnt Relic says re-hi. Well, re-hello. Max, remember I had Southern fried chicken steak. LOL. That sounds
That's
really
right.
good.
That's right. All right. I got Reese's now.
Help with gadgets. You guys don't have a California accent. I'm not from California. Legion Steel Knives is actually based in Mississippi, and that's where I live. So if I happen to have like some slight Southern twang, that's why. But yes, born and raised in Mississippi. I also lived in Florida, where my husband and I raised our children. Then once our baby went off to college, then we moved back to Mississippi. Yeah. You go ahead.
Oh, and then I'll be relocating. That's dangerous, taking someone's Reese's.
We've got one open over there, so I don't want to hear it.
I'll be relocating to Mississippi sometime in the very near future. And as far as my accent, I don't know. She's told me I don't have a California accent either,
You don't?
But I've lived here since I was 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
Licorice rules. Yeah. I can down some red vines.
We don't do it so much more, but me and my dad, when I was growing up, we could put away some licorice. And then, like, when the jelly beans came out during Easter, he and I would just pick the black licorice ones out and leave all the other jelly beans because the other ones were nasty. And we would just eat those out of them. So, yeah.
Can't do the red or the black licorice.
Well, I like the black licorice, and I also like the strawberry. Like, you can get me if you go to the movies and the Twizzlers they have in the pack. I always get me snow caps and the strawberry licorice.
Well, if we ever get jelly beans, you can take all the black ones, and I'll take all the rest because I love jelly beans.
Yes, I don't know. I've never cared for like jelly beans or candy corn or those little. What is it? What are they, like watermelon like shape? I don't know, the jelly type candies that are
like
coated
the
in the
orange
sugar.
slices.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I love those.
Ugh, those are nasty. Help with gadgets. Pretty sure I have a Southern twang. Yes, yeah, I noticed yours. And that's like I was telling Marshall because he's like, do you think once I get out there and I'm around, everybody, am I going to pick up? And I was like, normally people do. And like where I'm from, we have like 2 types of Southern accents, and one is like really thick and really strong, and then other ones are like mine. Black jelly beans are great. Oh yes, agreed. You keep shaking your head. No, you're not going to get any of these. No, these don't be taking my Reese's.
They're my Reese's.
I'm
moving them over here.
No, you're not.
You got Reese Puffs back there.
Give me back my Reese's cups.
Here, you can have one.
Y'all see this? He gave me one. Jim, that's why I like
Sharon's Karen.
Ballistol. It smells like licorice. Yeah, it does. Help with gadgets. Well, I know I do. Yeah, I can hear mine, and my southern accent gets really, really bad when I'm tired. Oh, it's really thick, and it's yeah. Max, my Mrs. buys massive bags of sweets from a TikTok 3 at a time.
Oh, wow.
Gotta have that. Barbie, thank you for the $2 super chat. Guess what that means.
It means cowbell and gong.
Yes, you get double whammy.
There's your cowbell, Barbie. And all right, everybody, now's the time to cover your ears or put headphones on or turn the volume down or whatever. And make that one You guys coordinated that, didn't you? Get me over to the
Barbie, thanks for having my back.
Wow.
All right.
I see how it is.
Love you all. Thanks for being here. Well, thank you for being here, Barbie. We love you guys too. I am lucky. I have no real accent. Then again, I speak several other languages. Yeah, that could possibly be why. Sometimes I say I speak English and redneck. So yeah.
Redneck is a certified language. I looked it up.
Ben said, "Thanks for the heads up." You're welcome. Rolf over there laughing. Ballistic said, "Coming from Oklahoma to California, my accent, my accent is easy to pick out as different."
You know, if you're who I think you are, I never even actually noticed you had an accent. So you might just be adjusting to California a little more than you think.
Max, when you do gong, you should take a bow.
I don't know. I might be making her gong next time so I can get my Reese's.
Try not to sneeze, you guys. I'm like, Barbie, I speak Piney. I'm a Jersey girl.
Oh, I was born in New Jersey. Only lived there a year.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. I went there once as an adult. I don't want to ever go back.
Jim, and if you consider the phrase, "There's your sister want a candy bar," I speak 29. Wow. You speak 29 languages? That's amazing if you do.
That's crazy. Ron Dobbins. Legion, hello, I just got home. Hope you guys are having a great night. Thank you, we are. We're having fun on the live.
Mm-hmm.
Tell your mom hi and let her know that
hi, Mom.
Her prize is on the way.
Yes, and Max, we were talking about this. That's like, we have English from where you are, English from where we are, and how it differs on some things. That's like, here we call it pecan. And where you are, they're like pecan.
Yeah.
And some people here do say, call it pecan. And I'm just over there like twitching. I'm like, it's pecan.
She twitches a lot.
Yes.
A lot of things.
A lot of things make me twitch. Barbie, I lived in the Pine Barrens near the beach. Do you know where that is?
No, I was 1 year old.
Well, then you should know. You weren't reading maps and knowing geography at 1 year old?
I was discovering fingers and toes and probably some horrible things.
Don't need to know what those are. Thank you, Ron. He says, hit that thumbs up, everyone.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
And because on my screen, I think you guys can see it too on the YouTube chat. Ron Dobbins and Jim are both purple for their profile pics. So I was sitting here trying to read. I was reading it all as like one person, like saying something. And I was like, this isn't making any sense. So, Jim says, only that phrase, hey, I was a girl. Okay. Oh, okay. You know that, and I get it. Took me a while to catch up there. All that chocolate.
Yep. Because you stole it from me.
Maximus like sweets, and you say candy. We say sweets too.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on what the situation is.
Well, like here in
Like
America,
we're like, I want something sweet, whether
well, like here in America with soda, in certain parts of the country, it doesn't matter what type of soda it is, they call it soda pop.
Or pop.
Or pop. In other parts of the country, no matter what it is, they call it a Coke.
Yeah.
And it's just weird.
Yep, and that's like pancakes. It was always pancakes to me here in the South. So when I went up north, they were calling it hot cakes. And
Yep.
I'm like, no, I want pancakes. The waitress, she probably wanted to strangle me, but welcome back, Jim.
Hey, Jim. So your package went out today with your prize. So be watching for it in the mail.
Yep. Do you guys say soda or do you soda?
Soda or Coke. A lot of people call it Coke regardless of what it is here in California.
I normally say soda or soft drink. It depends, like if, say, for instance, someone's going to the store, I'm like, are you going to get any soft drinks? And if so, then yeah. But if I'm wanting something just for me, I'm like, I'm going to go get some soda. I don't know. But yeah, it's interchangeable for me. Ron, some places call them slapjacks. Yep.
Never heard that one.
Yep. It's where they pick up the pancake and they slap you with it. No, I'm kidding.
That sounds fun. Maybe you should have that.
Maybe,
and I can,
maybe
like,
not.
smack you around with it.
We called it soda in Jersey, pop in Western PA. Now soda again in North Carolina. And then you got like here we say creek. Up north it's crick. Yeah, and then you've got the caramel and caramel. I could go on. But one question I've always had that's never been answered is, why do we drive on parkways and park on driveways? If anybody can answer that. And the other question that I've never had answered was, who did let the dogs out? So I've never had that question answered.
Don't encourage her, people. Don't encourage her, because this will go on and on. She'll figure out more as the night goes on.
Jim, you think English is strange? Try German. I speak enough Amish German that I can almost understand other German dialects but Austrian is a killer.
Yeah, I took German in high school. I didn't learn much for it. I learned, number one, don't take a language class for a girl, that you like, because I didn't retain much of it. But I learned the important words that you're not supposed to say. Got those all down pat.
I'm originally from PA, Ohio, and used to say pop, but I've become accustomed to saying soda or soft drink. Yep. Jim again. Kitty corner versus catty corner. Kitty corner sounds weird to me. If someone like back home, it's like, yeah, that's kind of kitty cornered. I'd be like, what? Where are you from? Ron, you guys should hear my mom talk. She's from Boston and she has a heavy accent. I don't. I was raised here in California.
Oh, my sister lives in Boston, and when I went out there long time ago to help move, talking to the locals, it was crazy. Like out here on the West Coast, you have the drinking fountains around in public sometimes, the water fountains. And that's what I'm used to them being called. And out there, I was asking for a water fountain, and somebody was like, "You mean bubbler? You need a bubbler?" And I'm like,
Oh.
"What's a bubbler?" Or the door. Open the door.
Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you guys my biggest pet peeve. And that is when like someone's listing a piece of furniture for sale and they're like, it has 3 drawers. I'm like, you have underwear in your chest of drawers? And so, yeah, I can't stand it. And it's like, these people had to have known that, okay, it's not spelled the way I pronounce it. It's drawer. And so, yeah, they're like, yeah, I have a chest of drawers. I was like, so you got a chest full of underwear, that one has always irked me. I was just like, but yeah, that's one of my biggest ones. And Barbie said, because some weirdo decided to confuse us.
Yep.
Who was that weirdo? Do tell. Is that the chicken commander? I don't know if she's blaming it on Ross. Knowing those two. Jim said the same guy who put the bop, she bop in the llama.
Mama ding dong.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Knives and Gear, welcome back.
Welcome back, Knives and Gear.
All right, I'll let you read this one, Marshall.
I learned the important German words when in Germany.
Pronounce that.
Dunkel, Hefweisen, bitte. I'm pretty sure.
You sounded more English than.
Yeah. I don't have a good German accent.
Yeah. Ron said, my mom calls the living room the parlor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they call the, and a lot of people still do it where I'm from. They call the refrigerator the ice box. And the first time I ever heard that, I actually went looking for an ice box.
I grew up hearing it called the ice box.
Oh, Barbie said the one that said parkway and driveway. Yeah. Oh. But it's weird.
Yeah, I've never understood. We've got a parkway in my neighborhood, and it's like, yeah, I don't get it. Legion Steel Knives. Do I need to send you my address for the pass around? Just asking because I haven't got a response from you. We're putting the list together, and as soon as we get a couple more people on there, we're going to be sending out one email to everybody, and we'll get it all settled. If you want to send us your email address now, your mail address now, that's fine.
We can add it to the email.
We'll have it auto added to that email, but otherwise we're going to put it all together in one email so everybody can talk to everybody through this pass around.
Yep. We used to have an actual ice box when I was growing up. Yeah, and that's like I knew someone that actually had one, and they were always having to like chip the ice out of it, and I don't know. It was and it worked just fine, but yeah. Either they had to add ice and then everything like would freeze over on the sides and they're going there and yeah. So yeah, that's my story. Knives and Gear said 10-4. All right. Roger, Dodger.
And
Battlestar has given me some headaches in the shop between proof firing and cleaning. You start to see some things.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And with knife making, it's the same thing. There's some chemicals we work with that you're just kind of like, ooh, while you're working. Yep.
When I was younger, I was the telly remote.
I think I think everyone that fits into Gen X started out their first official job in life was to
Yes.
change the TV channel.
Yep, and I even was designated to hold the rabbit ears a few times. You know, my parents would be like, "All right, Marissa, stop there," and so you're kind of like, "Is this okay?"
Did you have to ever make like an aluminum foil
Yes.
spider web on
Yes.
those rabbit ears? Yeah.
Yes, and I remember the first remote control that we had was wired. It was wired to the cable box. We had the standard television where you had to change the channels by hand. So when we got the cable box, it had that really thick plastic buttons on them, and the remote control was wired. And me and my brother were tripping over that wire like all the time.
I remember my parents had a cable box on top of the TV that had 13 buttons on it. Yeah. And the remote had 13 buttons. And it was a power button and 12 channels.
Yeah. So, hey, I love that stuff. I use it on everything from my single shot BP rifles to my 20 millimeter cannon and my select fires.
20 millimeter cannon.
No,
I'm envious. Very envious. I might have to come visit you just for the fun that can be had.
Do you guys remember on TV when the On First box came out? It was like a dial you had to click. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to mention the Atari games, and it's so different than it is now. Yeah. Like, you know, we've advanced in technology, like just it's insane. And yeah, I remember sitting there playing. Was it not the ping pong with Pong? Yeah. With Atari, and I just thought that that was amazing.
And you had the joystick with the one button.
Yeah.
And now we have touch screen and phones with 100 times the graphics for games.
Jim, the first remote control my dad had was 2 boys.
Yep.
Well, look who it is.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Adventure. Hi there. I'm on break from filming, so I wanted to pop in.
Well, glad you popped in.
Yep. Got to hurry up and film so you can jump into our live.
Yes. I remember when I was a kid, we used battle salt to lube our skateboard bearings. Yep.
I wonder if that chemical's even legal in California anymore.
Probably not. Nothing's legal here anymore.
Jim Ursula. Plus, it's great for cleaning off and bumping compound. Yep. Oh, yeah. We used to have a product here called Chem Tool. It was amazing. It was a carb cleaner product, and it could rip the grease off of anything, no matter how thick it is. Now you can't have it here.
I sat close to the TV because my parents asked me to change the channel often, so I sat closer so I didn't have to walk that far. Yeah.
Right, and I bet you they would tell you, don't sit close to the TV; it's going to ruin your eyes. But they were sending you out there every 5 minutes.
Yes. Jim Cox talking to Max. He said, "Oh, let me click over here." Said exactly. Go change the channel.
Yep.
We could turn the telly, but we weren't allowed anywhere near the stereo.
Well, those old stereos, they were so complex in their controls, it was like being mission control at NASA.
Yep, I remember the arcade.
Oh, yeah.
Ballistic, I used to use it a lot, but I've gone to Lucas and Butch's board cleaner. Okay.
Yeah, I'm virtually positive I know who you are now.
50 says, unfortunately, now comes the hard part, editing. I recorded 3 long form bids. I'm trying to get the first out tomorrow morning. Oh. Yep, editing is fun. And what's even more fun is like when we do these in the shop videos, I usually have about 9-10 hours of footage that I have to comb through and edit up to for anywhere from an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours worth of video for these episodes. Super fun.
and often from multiple camera angles. So sometimes it's even more, because if we record for 8 hours or so, that's 2 cameras recording for 8 hours.
Yep. Witches will put you to sleep in a small room, but but it'll take all the corrosive salts out of my Mausers. Right? I mean, as long as it works.
Yep.
Jim, I remember when there was only 5 stations and they all went off at 0-100 hours after playing in high flow. We were talking about that a while back. Yep.
Yep.
And I knew, like, on the weekends when they did the sign off and they did the the flag and not the Pledge of Allegiance, the
National Anthem or Star Spangled Banner.
Yes. Yeah. And then it would just, go into the flea race. That's when I knew it was my bedtime. So, yeah.
You were late nights then, too.
I've always been a night owl. When you guys went to the arcade, what was your game? Was it Miss Pac-Man? Oh, I loved Miss Pac-Man.
For me, it depends on what time period. So it was either Pac-Man for a while. Then eventually it became, when you started seeing the shooting games show up, those were my go-to.
Yeah, I loved Miss Pac-Man. I want to say Donkey Kong and Interstellar. That was like Atari.
Yeah. The game that I wasted the most time on was on Atari on the 2400. It was a game called River Raid. Oh, I lost a lot of my life on that.
Knives said, I remember still owning a black and white TV up until I was like 8 or 9 years old. The only reason we bought color was that the old TV gave out. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever, like, the smaller, like the black and white TVs, because like my mom would be watching her show on the main TV. So my dad would break out the black and white TV to watch his football game. And so I ended up with that little small compact. It was like a radio and a TV in one. And I just thought it was like so cool. So my dad ended up getting another one, gave me that one. And I took it in my room and I just thought it was super amazing to have that small TV in my bedroom. I was like, this is awesome. I have a TV in my bedroom. And yeah, then fast forward 100 years later, we have like a 55-inch TV in our bedroom. So it's like, it's crazy. But I remember thinking it was the most amazing thing to be able to watch TV in my room.
What amazes me is go back to the 80s and we all thought everything on the TV looks so good, so crisp, so clear. And then in the 90s, everybody got the projection big screen TVs where the image went to crap, but it was really big. Yeah. And we thought that was the most awesome thing in the world. And then now, we got phones with displays better than what we got in movie theaters.
Same with rotary phone. Yeah, we were talking about that too.
Yep.
And where, like, you went to someone's house who had that same rotary phone for like years upon years. And you go and you like pick your number. And by the time you're done, you look at your finger and there's like this black ring around your finger. And you're like, ew. Yeah, that was always fun.
I still have an old Marantz component stereo with VU meters. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I wasn't allowed near the stereo at all. And I was a little kid that liked to learn and experiment with everything and take everything apart. Mm-hmm. And seeing that giant panel of stereo equipment, that modular equipment with all the lights and levers and buttons. Oh, man. I wanted to play with that so bad.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they had to remind parents about their kids.
That's because we get sent out all day long to play in the yard. You want to drink. You didn't go inside. You drank it from the water hose. Yeah, and when the street lights came on, you knew it was time to go inside.
Imagine dropping a Gen Z kid or a Gen Alpha kid into the 80s, late 70s and early 80s. I think they would curl up into a little ball and just rock in the corner.
Probably so. But yeah, I mean, we fended for ourselves growing up. And, back then it's like our parents truly didn't worry about us. We weren't busy getting offended about the smallest things, and neither were our parents. It was like, you better behave, because if not, we're going to yank you up and tear you out the frame. That's how that was going to work. So yeah, and I kind of miss that, like when I was growing up. It was so much more laid back. I used to run around for my parents' given ages to people, and we always were told, you better be home when the street lights come on. Yeah,
Yep.
see, even in your neck of the woods, it's
Yep.
Yep. Don't be late for dinner.
And when you did something wrong, right, like that hurt you, and you didn't need to like go to the hospital, instead of your parents being like, oh no, and panicking, they were like, you're not gonna do that again, are you?
Yeah.
I heard that so many times.
That's like, my kids I'd be like, don't do that. Oh, they do it. So I'd be like, so how'd that work out for you? Or how'd that feel? And my kids, when they were growing up, they'd hurt themselves, not enough to go to the ER or anything. I knew they'd be fine. And they're like, oh, I'm like, walk it off.
Yep.
You'll be all right. It'll make you humble. So, yeah. That's why I don't do motorcycle videos anymore. I would have to edit hours of riding footage from multiple GoPros, Insta360 camera, and drone footage is exhausting. Yeah, it is. It is multiple angles. It's just, yeah. Ballistic asking, Jim, do you have an 0702? I miss having one. Manufacturing was my favorite, especially when belt feds were involved.
They're getting into the serious pew-pews.
Remember that one arcade game you sat in it was called Afterburner? It was a jet game.
Yes.
The whole seat moved around. Yeah.
I love that.
Epcot has one like that. It is like G-Force.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I had to, when I got out of that ride, I had to look for my heart, my lungs, my stomach. I'm like, is it back here in the seat?
I remember when Nintendo NES came out with the Top Gun game, that horrible, like 24-bit music and everything, but I was so addicted to that.
Yeah, those were fun.
I still have my Atari 2600, all my games. It's huge on the retro market, and there are still new games coming out for it. That I didn't know. I had the 2400, the 2600, and the NES. And then I never got another video game console until like the Microsoft Xbox 360 came out. And then I never really played that.
And they're talking about their pew-pews. I have one belt fed, a World War II MG34. Knives and gear. The Atari was so cool. Yep. Yeah, it was. I still have my Atari 2600. Oh. Already read that?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. Oh, Pins. Parachute is a fun Atari game.
Never played that one. I always played River Raid.
Jungle Boy. Jim, everyone didn't get a trophy. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hate participation trophies.
Knife says, Jim, your name sounds Greek. And Jim says it is. I am half Greek and half Kurd. My mom couldn't outrun my dad. So true, Max. So very true. Yep. You better get your behind home.
Yep.
Yep. And if me and my brother were outside together playing, I was always going to make sure I was the first one in the door.
Yep.
I'm like, and you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Being outside as a kid was definitely an adventure. I rebuilt an MG08 and a few 1919s. Only ever shot a MG42 and MG34.
Have a
They're
good
just
night.
having their
Help with
own.
gadgets. Thank
Good
you for
night.
stopping in.
Thank you for coming by and reach out to us.
Yes, indeed.
They're just having their own combo over there.
My favorite gaming was on my Amiga 500.
Never even heard of that.
Dragoon said, "You guys got me a trophy?" Yes, it's called a wrench.
And we can beat you with it. We can use this, but we'll tenderize you up with this first, you know.
Dragoon, I think it's pronounced, huh? Let me run up here. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm trying to find
trying to figure out what that's about.
the word. I know. I think I know
okay.
what he's talking about. I'm just trying to.
All right. But yeah, Ballistic Ink and Jim, they're just having their own whole conversation over there.
Amiga. Okay, so yeah, that's. I thought it was about the Atari name.
Oh, okay.
Max said, and I've got 6 brothers and six sisters.
Now,
mouthful.
Max, I got to ask, with that many siblings, were your parents ever brave enough to give you guys lawn darts, or did they have them over there? Because I know my parents, they got worried about the lawn darts after a while between me and my sister.
Yep. And you knew you were in deep kimchi when they called you by all 3 of your names.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That is for sure. Oh, that's funny, 50.
One of my best friends is Greek and Puerto Rican. He calls himself a Greek-Rican. Oh, my.
So very true. My mom would run through the dog's name sometimes before getting to mine. In my house, we called it calling the roll, because it's like the dog's names, all the, like, me being a grandchild, like sometimes my parents or my grandmother would call all the dogs, go through all the grandchildren's names before they finally got to your name. Yep. That is definitely, I think that that was in every home, calling the roll.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like when my grandmother would do it, some of my family members, just to make her even more mad, would be like, here. She'd be like, I'm not talking to you. So, yeah.
I got the Reese's back.
Dragoon said, Marshall figured it out. All right. What did you figure out?
I have no idea.
Okay. Let me know when you figure it out.
Okay.
When you figure out what you figured out. Going to call it a night. Thanks, everyone, for the fun stream. You're more than welcome. And thank you for being here. The Amiga was a Commodore that replaced I remember that Commodore 64. Oh, yes. And then shortly after that, whenever the Tandy computer came out, then you had the Tandy color computer, like the Tandy color computer, like 3, and yeah, I remember all those.
I had the first computer we had in my house was a Texas Instruments keyboard that took like an Atari type cartridge for the software.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dragoon. All of Leon County knows my full name.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Dragoon was always getting in trouble, huh?
Sounds like it.
Legion, I will be right back in about 15 minutes. Okay, got to help my uncle really quick. Yes,
Okay.
Go help your uncle.
Take your time.
We'll be here. Jim, we may or may not have gotten lawn darts stuck in my friend's garage roof.
Yep. What I did, and oh, my parents were so mad. Me and my friends, we would hurl the lawn dart straight up in the air to let them come right back down, but we would do it over the top of the slip and slide while we took turns running down the slip and slide, having darts impale into the slip and slide around us as we went down. It's a miracle I lived to be an adult.
Well, that's like on the slip and slide, talking about like that. Remember, we used to put baby oil on it before someone did on purpose. So they didn't know, just so we could watch them just slide off the slip and slide and across the yard. It just kept on going. Yes, I remember those days. Jim.
Yeah, absolutely, Jim. Oh, I mean, lawn darts actually qualified as seeing combat, I think.
In the summer, we were jumping off cliffs and bridges and seawalls.
Yep.
And Dragoon, that is for you.
All right.
So you can figure out what you needed to figure out.
Trophy is pronounced ASGEIR. I'm not familiar. I'm not tracking. The elevator is not going all the way up tonight.
The lights are on, but nobody's home. I found a new inbox set of lawn darts at a gun show. Nobody will play a game with them. Oh, wow.
If I moved a little faster, I would probably do that. But
Dragoon, dang, forgot to make it phonetic. My mom would call all our names, then get mad and just be like, you and, oh yeah, you, and point at the one of us that she wants. Yep.
Yeah.
Happened all the time. 50 says, all right, I have to get to editing. You have a great night. Are you going to be on Thursday night? Yes.
Yes.
Thursday night is actually going to be our Redneck Jam. So whoever is wanting to come on to the live with us, just let us know ahead of time. And so that way we can send you the link so you can join.
Email us so we can.
And bring an instrument with you.
Yes. I wrote my books and a Apple IIe. Oh yeah, I use those in school. I was not good at those, even as simple as those are. Yeah, I couldn't use the Apple IIe computers. Dragoon, yeah, BBs, kids though. I was a role model. I was wild as a child. Yeah, I was pretty wild too.
A wild child. I was a very well-behaved, innocent child.
There was no dirt hill in town that I didn't launch myself off of with my bike.
Hey, why not, right?
Yep.
If it's there.
Yep. And then my friend's swimming pool with my bike from his roof.
Trophy looks like this, right? It's the ASGEIR.
Oh, okay. Yes, that would be a trophy.
Well, it's past my time. I am off to bed. Have a good night,
Have a
Jim.
good night,
Thank you for
Jim.
joining us.
Yes, thank you for stopping by. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things from the 80s I miss. And then there's a lot of things that I thought, man, I was dumb.
Yes, but we survived. You know, it wasn't, oh no, don't do that. You might get hurt. It was like, hey, listen, you do that, then, you know, you're going to break your arm off your body.
But did you really get hurt? I mean, like, just putting a Band-Aid on the scraped knee, you were suddenly magically fine, you know? And
until they were putting the iodine on it and you were screaming your eyes.
Or stitching it, yeah.
Yes, I had plenty of stitches growing up. I even broke my thumb. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's sad. As a kid, I could fall like 7 feet out of a tree and I would cry for a minute or two, and then I was up and back at it. Now, before, when she first got out here, we were building the hooch, I was standing on this workbench right here, stapling up parts, and I just hopped down from the workbench, and I was like, yeah, I need to go rest for a while.
Jim, one last thought about that. If you cannot be a shining example, be the dire warning. Yep, I agree with that.
Words of inspiration right
yes.
there.
I was a bad kid. I was just wild. Like Marshall said, there wasn't a set of stairs I wouldn't try to clear on my BMX bike.
Yeah.
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 And for me growing up, yeah, I had like my Barbies and stuff like that. Have a good night, Jim.
Good night, Jim.
And, yeah, I had them, but I cared more about like trying to make trails in the woods and building tree houses, out of, not like with nails, but yeah, I was always trying to construct something, and then skating. Skating was one of my favorite things to do in bike riding. So
my parents hated me because I was all obsessed with the G.I. Joe action figures, and I would take hoses and make entire like Grand Canyon gullies through the backyard with the hose to have terrain for the G.I. Joes.
I'm going to have to go soon. I've got to fix my push bike so I can do some bike and trailer camping soon. Okay. He said in a few hours. Soon change to in a few hours.
Yep. Well, he's got to get some sleep.
He's like, I might miss something. But yeah.
But
and that's one thing that I do like about these late night lives is just being able to hang out with you guys and
talk about whatever.
Yeah. Because everything is just so on the go. And that's like our Saturday lives, especially the last one with the giveaway. It's all structure, and our videos are all structure. So it's really nice just to be able to come on here and just, of course we're always ourselves, but to be ourselves and be laid back and not have to worry about.
And as much as we love knives, sometimes it's just nice to have a break from knives.
Yes. So I did that last night. We were, we had been in and out of lives, trying to support everybody. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of knives. I'm like, I want to watch something else. So I put it on like another channel, and it was about like fashion, one of a YouTube creator that I like watching her. And so after probably about 10 minutes into her video, I was like, okay, this is boring. And then I went on to like a news channel, and I was just trying to get my mind out of, that rut that I was in with the knife. So, but yeah. But you got to hear all about some fashion tips.
Yeah. Oh, I might be a little closer to being in style now.
Oh, yes. Max said, well, it is 10:06 in the morning here. I love spending time with everyone here.
We love having you here. And it really does mean a lot to us that you like stay up to crazy hours just to sit and watch us gab on about things.
Oh, yeah. And we can go on and on. I've been watching a lot of Cesar Millan videos lately. Yeah. See what I'm saying? And it's not that we're not changing over to, we don't like knives anymore. No, you just need a break from it sometimes, because literally I feel like that's all we do is live and breathe knives. So it's nice to get out and sometimes to get a mental break from it. Yep. I love the cleaning videos, and it really helps my OCD. So, and even like the carpet cleaning videos and the lawn care videos, just watching something go from absolute hot mess to, beautiful and clean and organized. I'm just like, okay.
The way she is, when she starts getting stressed, I can just hand her a broom, and I got 50-50 odds of getting a glare or a grin.
Yeah. Or I just start sweeping around, I'm like, move.
Yeah.
Trying to clean our area. Ballistic, I have started trying my hand at leather work. Definitely need to watch some more videos.
Yep. Leather work is pretty straightforward. Just got to do things in the right order is what I found is the biggest thing.
Ballistic, have you watched our JD's video? I don't know what type of leather work you're trying to get into, but like the way he did things, I want to try it now. He made it look so simple. I mean, I know it's not, but then again, it is. But he's got that Titman boss.
Oh, yeah, I want that so bad.
So,
if I had the money, I would just be buying it right now.
So yeah, I was like, that's actually nice to have and instead of trying to stitch everything by hand. So when you get a chance, have a look on YouTube for the pill bottle stoves.
Will do.
All right. And if you want to shoot us the link to the YouTube channel you're talking about, Max, then we can go over there and actually subscribe and watch them.
Yep.
Barbie, still here, was dozing off. Shameful Barbie. What
are you telling us we're boring? Are you actually telling us that? We should have you rolling into the night. I think she's saying something about us.
It's okay. She could doze off.
It's not allowed.
She's got a lot going on. She has to keep Rolf straight. That's a job within itself.
True. Yeah, I can see how that could be tiring.
Barbie, Ballistic, do you know grizzly bear leather? Rolf says, I poked her.
You guys are a crack up.
At first, I thought he said I posted her. I was like, what?
Oh,
thank goodness for being able to reread.
Yeah.
I was like, where did you post her at? But yeah. So, oh wow. She said, nope, been up since 5 a.m. And Max says, Hamster Outdoors and Survival, tell them Max sent you.
Hamster Outdoors.
I'm going home. Bye, y'all. I need more chocolate.
Well, you stole all mine, so you should be good.
Well, look, here's one. Hampshire Outdoors. I never read it correctly before. Hamster Outdoors. Well, Barbie, since you've been up since 5, you should get to bed and get some rest. He said, I don't want to send you a link. Just type in pill bottle. Pill bottle stove in the search.
He's like, don't make me work, woman.
And Ballistic saying he'll have to check them out, the Grizzly Bear Leather Works. We had, what was the name of that company that we had on Blade Show West that we interviewed that did?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
We'll have to go to the video and check them out. Dragoon. Alrighty, well, it's now 1 a.m. and I must take my butt to bed. Got to be up at 5 a.m. again. Rolf and I are on the same schedule now. Uh-oh.
Well, take care, Dragoon. Thanks for coming by.
Yes.
Barbie and Maximus. 5. That's only an hour ago, Barbie.
And it's 10:18 here.
Yeah. Rolf Robertson, beginning to end, that's our motto.
Did you seriously eat all of those?
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta get them down before you steal them back. Ballistic ink. So on that design that we discussed, Nitro V, or do you have something else in mind? Well, if you want to move forward with that, we can figure out exactly what you want to do with it and pick the right steel. But we got to work out that design more. So just shoot us an email and We can figure it out. Now I know exactly who it is.
And Ranjakar said, "Proud to see one more India for the tube. You come to see my village. I'm proud to be your son. Well, welcome, son. Welcome home. I'm glad you're here." Dragoon, I shall see you two later for redneckery. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good night, Dragoon.
Have a good night.
Dragoon, one knife, one life, one love.
He's writing music again.
Is that a country song?
I think it's a country version of reggae.
Max,
my legends, I've got to get my head down. See you all soon. Thanks for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Max.
Go get some sleep. We don't want you falling off your push bike later.
Yes, no, definitely. And have fun camping.
Wear a helmet.
And goggles.
And pants.
Well, I hope so. But yes.
He mows.
If you do go camping, Max, then
lawn.
Definitely let us know how that goes. Excuse me. How that goes. Audio, video is out of sync. Try refreshing.
Yeah, sometimes YouTube does that to me. And just refreshing fixes it. Every great once in a while, I'll have to actually close the tab and go back in, but that usually corrects it for me.
Let's see.
And it's still out of sync for you?
Let me turn this up.
Okay. And just refreshing fixes it. Every great once in a while, I'll have to actually close the tab and go back in, but that usually corrects it for me. Max says, I will. I've been dying to get outdoors. Are we off? Oh, I gotta sing.
Yep, fuzzy res too. All right.
Okay. Max says, I will. I've been dying to get outdoors. Are we off? All right. We're going to try and correct that here.
Is it all back? Fuzzy res too. All right.
Max says, I will. I've been dying to get
Well,
outdoors.
we got to talk in order for me to see that.
Right. And deal with the delay. The delay is always frustrating. We're going to try and correct that here.
Is it all back? Fuzzy res too. All right. Nope. Okay.
All right.
Well, we got to talk in order for me to see that.
Right. So
all right. All right. Let me know if we're back in sync again. Sometimes the audio video delay ends up working itself out. So hopefully, yes, there was an echo, Barbie, because I had the sound up on my phone, checking to see if we had the issue as well. Okay. All right, awesome. Let me pull my chat back up over here. All right, yay. Issue corrected. Yeah, it usually helps if I refresh, but the Black Wolf Outdoors, everyone smash that like button. While you're at it, please consider subscribing as well. Both are great, easy ways to support this great content creator now and in the future. Thank you, Black Wolf, and welcome back. Glad to see you here. So, yep, glad everything is back to normal again. And hopefully the delay isn't too bad. Well, thank you, Jim. Jim, thank you for gifting one membership. and your membership was gifted to the Black Wolf Outdoors. That's awesome. Thank you. That was very, very nice of you. And as soon as Marshall gets back, we'll give you some cowbell and some gong. And for you guys too, also, I'm flying back home this Saturday. So Marshall will be doing the Saturday live by himself, but I'll be able to pop in the chat in between my flights and everything that's going on to say hi. But yeah. And unfortunately, I can't take this gong home with me because it's not mine, but I'm going to try to have another one at my house, because we still have to harass you guys. Ballistic said, perhaps more cowbell. Jim said, I'm surprised I didn't go to her lurker, right? Yeah. And I've actually, like, on my personal YouTube account and on Legion Still, we haven't even been in the live, and we ended up getting gifted a membership. So whenever Marshall decides to walk back over here, we will give you, Jim, the cowbell and the gong. Oh, and there he is.
I heard that hand.
Yeah, I knew you heard. All right, so Jim gifted a membership to Black Wolf Outdoors.
Thank you, Jim.
So Jim deserves some
Congratulations,
cowbell and gong.
Black Wolf. And it's that time, so cover your ears or remove your headphones or turn your volume down if you don't want your bell rung.
And that was for you, Jim. Thank you for gifting a membership. And now you get the same, Black Wolf. Welcome to the family. That was good. Let me see if I can scroll down some. Black Wolf said, was just stopping in to leave a like, but I'll hang for a bit longer. LMAO, gotta wait for the tinnitus gong.
Yeah.
Ballistic said, might have to bring the banjo over on Thursday. Yes.
Do it. Come on. You're invited. We'll have you on the show.
Yes. Bring it on over.
Yeah.
Black Wolf said, let me get it right next to my ear.
Yep.
And Ron Crow said, gifted memberships are distributed among subscribers randomly. Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel like as the channel owner, we should be able to pick the ones, that it gets, because sometimes you have viewers that, can't financially afford a membership, but they want it. So we should be able to gift people like that. But unfortunately, even for creators and just if you're a viewer on someone else's live, YouTube picks, who it is. So, yeah.
Everybody spam that idea to the YouTube help, and let's make it happen.
Jim.
Yeah. Just don't get yourself kicked out.
Barbie said you forgot to bow.
I have to bow now.
Yes.
This channel is going to make me a dancing monkey. Here, that's what you get.
You need a kimono.
You're not helping. You're really not helping.
Yes, you totally are helping. Keep it up. I encourage thee.
We're going to have to figure out some funny, stupid things for her to do on these videos.
I run the live stream. That's not.
Till I learn how.
Said, I swear another streamer literally showed that channels with memberships have like 10 a month they can gift out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. But it's like the fact that it just chooses like random people and whatnot. And I think at one point we had like 15 available to us, and we actually gifted all of them. So
right, and we were kind of sad because we wanted specific people who have been very supportive of us to get a membership, and it dodged them all over, and they ended up not getting one.
So you need the kimono and the wooden clogs. And see, Ballistic is making it easy for you. Says, I'm sure it's an Amazon click away. See, they're helping you. They're being kind, and they're trying to help you.
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. She's already an Amazon junkie. She's gonna be like, yeah, clogs, kimono. Let's get him all sorts of stuff.
Black Wolf, how do you do it? I have a channel that I can't figure out. Let me know what it is that you can't figure out. If you want to DM me on Instagram through Legion Still, or send us an email, I will help you in any way that you need for it. But once you get in, a routine with it, yeah, it just when you pick a streaming platform that
works,
you want to set on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, Black Wolf, just send me a message or an email, and I'll help you out where you need. Ballistic, this is the first time I've gotten an alert for live on time. Usually it's a day or two late. Yep. Well, that's like even our own lives on my personal account. Like the live tonight, I can guarantee you it's going to alert me in the morning that we're live.
And like some of the channels that we subscribe to, that we go and we click to be alerted, like Rob's and whatnot, we'll be an hour and a half into the live when we get the notification.
Jim said it all balances out. Knives said, just look at yesterday at Rob's stream. Bradford Mitchell gifted 100 memberships, and most went to a lot of lurkers.
Yeah.
That was Fed. What was Fed's last name?
Well, they kept calling him Ed. It was like Fedorowski or something.
No,
like
it was Fed something that gifted like,
I
think it was the 100 or 150.
50 and then 50 again later. Yeah.
Yeah. And Rob's cheapest membership is like $2.99. So they spent some money doing that. And I know Rob appreciates that more than anything. So
yeah, pretty much every content creator.
Yes, Fed Harrison.
That's right.
Yeah, Fed. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And every content creator really truly appreciates when that's done.
Oh, Black Wolf said it's not my channel. It's a channel I'm helping.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you know of a channel that can't figure it out. Okay. No Mawashi, please.
I have no idea what Mawashi is.
Great, Barbie. I'm at 262 subs. Let's get to 300 for that giveaway.
Yep. Yeah, if you're watching right now, go sub to Barbie Chambers. Help support women in EDC, and let's help get her to her 300. She's dying to give away some knives.
Oh, yes. Jim Cox said, no offense, Marshall. Don't worry, he won't take offense. I was in the bell tower of the Cologne Cathedral when the bells rolled. Being in the vicinity of the gong would be child's play. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was getting a little worried when you started. I was in the bell tower. A lot of bad stories start that way.
Yep.
Ballistic Ink. Finally got to use those knives. She dug them out, and now they're the only kitchen knives I've used. Yeah, they're good ones, just remember, don't make her mad because they're sharp.
Thank you for subscribing to Barbie.
Yep, thank you.
Knives and gear. Oh, sorry. Nothing to be sorry about. So yeah, Fed. I was thinking the feds. Knives and Gear. Rob's memberships went up. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we try to keep them reasonable. Lets more people participate.
Yeah, that giveaway was really epic.
Thank you.
Cheapest is now $3.99 on Rob's.
Oh, wow.
Jim, only a handful will renew, but it's still okay because other people will buy gift memberships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And there's nothing wrong with that, because even donating a membership to someone, if they don't renew, we still value the donation that was made by the person gifting them.
500 for 100 memberships on Rob's channel. Man, that's insane. There you go.
Malashi is what? No. No.
I checked on my end. It was literally $276.99 for each of the 50 memberships Fed Harrison spent. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
After tax.
Yeah. What's really sad is of that 500, more than 100 went to YouTube?
I don't think the gifting allows you to choose the lowest level. Yeah, it doesn't. Because one time when we gifted from our channel, it was like LSK Warrior. Yeah. One time it was the highest one. And then, and then I don't think it's ever chosen the lowest level.
No, I don't think it has.
So, yeah. Yeah. And, I'm glad that Rob is getting that kind of support. And I remember when Rob was just like, we met him when maybe he was at 1,000 subscribers or something like that.
Yeah,
he wasn't even to 2,000 yet.
Okay. I remember his 3K giveaway. I don't know if I remember his 2K, but I was there for his 3K.
Yeah.
And now, he's like, creeping up to 7? Or did he just pass 7?
No, he's like, last night when I was on there, he was at like 7,260 something. So, but yeah.
That's right, because he did 7 giveaways for 7K.
Yeah. And so, yeah. But I'm glad that he's, he's doing well. He's, just his channel is growing and he deserves that. So he definitely does. YouTube removed my content. Unfortunately, they really don't like pews. Yeah.
Yeah, they hate them.
That's why on ours, we don't even bring them out. We don't, we refer to them as pews and that's about it.
We're both definitely fans of them, but otherwise we try to keep that sort of stuff away from the channel.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, Mind of Milton.
Hey, Mind of Milton.
Hope you're doing well. I think I saw you on Help with Gadgets.
Yeah.
Or was that Dark Waters? You know what, you guys, there's so many lives that we're on. I was like, who was where and what? Yeah. Ron, I'm on the Nite 2 schedule to do my first live stream on Sunday, March 2nd, which coincidentally is my birthday, and giveaways may be involved.
Oh, we'll be there.
Yes, we'll definitely be there to support you. All right, Barbie, you have a great night. Love you guys, and we will see you and talk to you soon.
Yeah, keep Roth in line.
Yes, definitely. Mind of Milton, your channel has grown so much. I remember when y'all were under 1K. Yeah.
Yeah, we remember it too.
Yep.
And it caught us off guard how quickly it started growing.
Yep. And I remember because we did our Christmas before last giveaway just via video. We didn't go live. So we were planning to do videos again this past Christmas for our Christmas giveaway. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we just go live and do it? So we never planned with our channel for us to go live, but here we are and you're welcome.
Yep.
So, but we actually enjoy doing the lives because we're able to interact with you guys a lot more.
Yep. And we get to have fun and we get to have some of the craziest conversations.
Ron Crow, what's a pew pew? I'm new here. It's a bang bang and a thing that goes kapow.
A boomstick.
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody who's watched Evil Dead will know what a boomstick is.
Black Wolf, Ballistic, I knew a guy that showed pews. All was well until one day he loaded an empty mag into one, and that's when his channel got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be real careful. If your channel focuses solely on that and it's pre-produced videos, you're probably going to be okay. But just stay away from them in the live.
I like Ballistic's definition: a cordless hole punch. Yes, indeed. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that one. Then how do pew tubers testing pews get their videos up without issues? It's just for live streams. Yeah,
it's just for live streams because you have to be alive to post your video. So it's all pre-produced, pre-prepared content, and they're less worried. I think the live streams, they're worried about accidents or
someone intentionally doing something to themselves,
deletion, things
in
like
front
that.
in front of other viewers, because it has happened before.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And there's actually some restrictions too on just the videos of those channels that do that. And they're not allowed to put like links where you can go and purchase your cordless hole punch. They can, talk to you about it and everything and say, yeah, it's available now and stuff. Yeah, there's there's heavier restrictions on those channels.
Yep.
So we try to steer away from it. We've actually been hit once, and that was more than enough.
Yeah. Don't, with knives and pews and things like that, don't get small hairless mammals anywhere near it.
Yeah, because Jim Cox said self-deletion.
I call those people self-correcting genetic mistakes.
Yeah. There is apparently an issue with showing the Freedom seed carriers.
That's another good one.
Yes. I love you guys. Y'all are too funny. Considering doing something along the lines of setting up range card for long range stuff, found a good place not far from us that we can go to 500 yards.
I could probably show you another place that you would enjoy.
Jim said it's all crap and 230 protections should be removed. Yeah, this, on one hand, I can understand, but like the reason why we got hit was just stupid. It was just absolutely stupid. And it just goes to show there's actual ignorance behind some of this and the reasoning, which if they would have known about the entirety of said vid, then it would still be there.
Yeah. And, it also shows that they should have actual human beings reviewing this stuff and not bots and software.
Ballistic, I think anything monetized is flagged, but they've gotten worse about it now. We weren't even monetized when we got hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, our channel was really young.
Yeah, we were very young at the time. And when we got hit and I tried to appeal it and they were like, nope. And it's like, really? But what also we were kind of like questioning heavily was the fact that there were some other videos out there within the same genre that actually showed the small hairless creatures around the stabby things, and no, it was fine.
Yep.
What ours actually had adults.
Yeah.
Nothing but adults.
They were just young looking.
Yeah. And so we got hit for that. And I had to go through this whole process because, we did the appeal and whatnot, which is their decision, whatever. I had to go through this process to lose that hit. And so that way we were free and clear again. Y'all going out on the town while you're here?
We already did that a little bit. She went and saw the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
And was very excited about that. And we've gone to a few good restaurants, and and then for the most part, it's been work.
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm not even at the 500 sub level, and I'm really cautious about what shows on my vids and lives. Yeah.
Yep. And that's smart, because you never know what they're going to pull out of thin air to try and give you grief.
Yeah. And, a lot of this, a lot of this is bots. If humans were involved, I don't think it would be as bad. But yeah. And I understand they can't have someone there at their facility to monitor every single live. So that's, why they need bots and AI to be able to do, that work for them. But, still, I think when it comes to appeals, then it needs to, be somebody human there instead of just an instant reply like, no, can't appeal it. So, but yeah. Black Wolf. Woo, Queen Mary. I used to fish right across from there. Oh wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one big boat.
Yep.
So, Black Wolf, are you from here in California, or we're just here visiting?
Let me know when they reply, because I'm scrolling through this.
Okay. Yeah, but the Queen Mary, that it was pretty fascinating. It was really nice to see, how much effort they put into making things elegant back then. Yeah, I lived in Cali for 10 years, Carson area. Okay. Well, I'm glad you escaped from California. I can't wait to escape myself. Yeah, I understood what you meant. I figured AE was probably area. I'm back in Missouri now. My wife is from Cali, though. Okay. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, someone else in this chat is probably Missouri bound at some point. And Knives and Gear Insights. I'm glad I never lived in Cali. Yep. Cali's got a lot of nice things going for it. Unfortunately, people and leaders and our elected leaders and a few other things kind of ruin it. Okay.
Oh. Right here?
Yeah. How do you get out this way again? You've got to get up to the Sierras. We did a week trip up by Convict Lake, caught my PB rainbow and my first ever cutthroat. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't been up into the Sierras forever.
Ground Fog, do you have a link, Black Wolf?
Yeah, Black Wolf, share your links.
Jim says Dark Water is opening a teal-looking knife. Is he still live?
Oh, wow. She's going to be like all itching to go over and look now.
Yeah.
I was making a joke beforehand, before the live. I was telling her we need to go on the live and be all like, all right, everybody, send all your teal knives to here, and we will pay you 1 penny a day on stretch pay for
them. Says Missouri, that's probably where we're going to.
Yep, I thought so.
And the Black Wolf said I'm in Southeast. Knives and Gears, I don't want to get into politics, but elected. I roll.
We're right there with you.
Yosemite is awesome too. Yeah, I love Yosemite.
Yosemite's amazing.
Yes, it is.
But a place you need to check, shoot on over to Utah at some point and check out Arches National Park.
Let me move this down.
Black Wolf
I'm
Outdoors.
gonna step out for just a second
Okay.
and let you have at it.
All right. I am in the control seat now.
Y'all watch out.
You must do what I say. And OMG, I miss the Sierras for trout fishing. Yeah, the Sierras are just great in general. And oh, this is the one I wanted. I escaped the Bay Area in California in 2015. I live in a city 30 miles east of Reno, Nevada. So, yeah, you probably don't even want to know what the Bay Area is like now. It's bad.
And then over here.
Any thoughts on the Magpul knife MIM blade that's claimed to be S35VN? So I'm very curious on that. I'm actually thinking about reserving one on Blade HQ. I'm very curious. I've worked with I've used the dendritic blades before, which are a cast blade. I've never used MIM technology in a knife. In theory, I get what's going on, and you don't have to make a whole lot of changes to a steel alloy to make it compatible with MIM, but there are some. So it's very possible it's S35VN, just adjusted for the manufacturing process, but I've got no clue how it would hold up. So I'm really eager, and I think I might pull the trigger on reserving one of those so that we can put it through some tests here on the channel, because if they really made this work, they're the first ones that use MIM technology in a blade, and that can really change the dynamics of how you create blades and get certain shapes, because you can injection mold shapes that you can't grind or machine necessarily. It's almost like if you were able to 3D print a blade. Black Wolf Outdoors, I left in 2016. Good move. Ballistic Ink is saying 13-pound rainbow at Convict. Fish Miss was good to me. And Ballistic Ink says, I have one pre-ordered. I'll bring it over. Yep, definitely. But I might be getting mine about the same time as you get yours, hopefully. And they're talking back and forth. And then we have Knives and Gear Insights. I would love to check one out, but not buying before I actually can see it in person. Yeah, I considered that. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to. I want one either way, even if it's a dud. It's something brand new to the knife world, so having one is kind of a thing for me. I like those oddities. So even if it's a dud, I'll be happy with it, just for what it is to the knife industry. Jim Cox, I'll watch the YouTubers do destructive testing. Yep. And if I don't like it, like if I don't think it is going to make the cut, we just might destroy it on the channel and see what it takes to, ruin $200 or so. Oh, not sure where that is. I think that's part of the fishing combo. Ron Crow.
Here.
Oh.
Scoot over, I'll let you run it.
Okay.
You gotta run it Saturday.
I know how the Bay Area, Sacramento.
Nice.
I have. Oh, because where my mouse was hovering.
Mm-hmm.
I know how the Bay Area, Sacramento, and Tracy areas are. I got there all the time to visit. Oh, go there all the time to visit my friends and my girlfriend's family. Nice. Knives and Gear Insights. I can't afford to spend $200 on a dud. Oh, I can't either. But, it's bound to happen at some point. So being a channel, I figure we can at least get $200 worth of content out of it. And, how many likes are you going to get and views are you going to get destroying a knife like a Magpul? So there's a balance there. Ron Crow, I still really like visiting California wine tasting. LOL. Yeah, that might be one of the few things she likes about California is the wine.
Yeah.
I'm not a connoisseur of it. Ballistic Ink canceled my Pacific.
I need to keep it over here because you keep highlighting that.
Okay. Canceled my Pacific after using borrowing my Pop's green beret. It's chunky. Yeah, they're overbuilt knives for sure. Black Wolf Outdoors. Okay, everybody got to go. I have Australian channels I help mod in and helping them grow.
Take care, Black Wolf.
Yep. Take care. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes.
Glad to have you here.
Always love having you here.
Oh, and he makes his own wine.
Ooh,
A man of many talents.
We'll need the details on that.
Yep. Take care, guys. Sure, I'll catch you all on another one.
Yes, we'll be live Thursday is when we're having our redneck jam. So, yeah, definitely you're going to want to tune in for that one.
Yeah, but you might want to keep your volume down because I'm not saying any of us have any talent. And Jim's saying good day to Black Wolf.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're not going to be here when I have to fully control on Saturday because you're going to be, if you were, you'd be over there like twitching, watching me try to do this.
Yeah, it's easy once you know how to do it.
All right. And Ballistic Ink says, with MIM getting better, I'm hoping it's as claimed. It's definitely something that could be huge. And that's right. And even if it's not perfect, it's a step along the way. And the developments they made in MIM technology for hardenable steel are only going to, if it doesn't make it 100% where it needs to be, they're going to be a stepping stone for the next ones who come along and take it even farther. So it's a progress thing. Bell checked. LOL. Thank you. All right. Ron Crow, nice. I've thought about trying to make my own wine. It sounds like it could be fun.
Oh, click on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just on everybody. And thank you, Black Wolf.
Yes, thank you. Ballistic Ink, grammar and spelling is out the window. Been up since 3:30, and I don't care to proofread.
Hey.
At least you proofread. I get the glare a lot for not proofreading.
Well, when it comes to company stuff, I care. But, if it's just stuff outside of work, do what you want to do.
Yep.
So.
Ballistic.
Meat is good.
Yep.
It's really good. I don't like the spicy meat, but yeah. The sweeter, the better.
I've only tried one kind, and it was like drinking syrup. So she says I need to try some others.
Yeah. They have, different versions of it, like different wineries make, and some of them are actually really good. Like I told you, I tried the spicy one, and I was just like, no, that wasn't for me. Yeah. But I'm not into spice, so I prefer like the sweeter wines, the sweeter meads, stuff like that. Ron, I'm not a fan of honey. Yeah, you can actually get some Ron, some of the mead that you can't even taste that honey in. So again, like I was just saying, you have to try like different versions of it to see what it is that you like. You might like the spice one because I remember the spice one did not have a honey flavor to it at all.
Yeah.
Even though it had it in there. So
I liked the mead I tried. I liked the flavor. It was just so thick. It was kind of weird. I'm not used to drinking liquids that thick. All right.
It must have been, if it was that thick, because the ones I've always had was like the same consistency as like normal wine.
Right.
So if it was that thick, that tells me, especially if it was homemade, they probably put way too much honey in it.
Yeah, it wasn't really like as thick as syrup, but it was definitely a very heavy liquid. But it was a recreation of 1,000-year-old recipe from Europe that, they won awards on it. It was different than anything I've ever drank.
If it's sticking to your teeth,
it wasn't so much sticking to your teeth. You could feel the weight of it in your mouth and going down your throat. It was, and it didn't go down as fast as a lot of beverages.
Ron, I can taste it no matter how they tried to hide it. Yeah, I can get that. Especially if you know it's there, then But you definitely probably, still can. But honey doesn't bother me, so I think that's why, I don't have an issue with it. If, like I said, for me, it has to be made right, and then, I'm all for it.
Yep.
I just don't want the spice.
All right. So, just out of curiosity, what are all you guys carrying right now? Do a pocket check.
Well, if anybody's carrying one in bed, then I can definitely say they're a dedicated.
Oh yeah, you got to have your slumber EDC.
Yeah, remember when we did the see, where's my brain at tonight? The video on the remember like putting the knife under your pillow. What was that?
Oh, the myths and superstitions. Yes, that was cool.
Yeah, there were some funny ones in there actually.
Yep. I was gonna say we should do a video on what knife is best to keep under your pillow. Yeah.
For me, that would be none.
Yeah.
So, I'd rather have the was it the cordless hole puncher?
Yeah.
Nearby.
True.
I prefer to have that because that at least you have long range.
Right.
With a knife, you gotta hum it and hope that it sticks to its target.
Yep. Ron Crow says I'm flipping my purple haze.
Oh wow.
Camiano right now.
Ever since I've had that or heard about that.
Oh wow. Knives and gear insights. I don't really carry anything at the moment, but I got a bunch of knives on my desk. Yeah, we got a bunch of knives sitting back here.
Back here, we have our ASGEIRs like on each side.
And it's been like really funny during the days here when we're working and doing all sorts of other things, and it's like, she's asked me for a knife a few times, and I'm like, I don't have a knife on me, and she's like, really? And she just looks the table back there. She's like, you can hand me one of those.
Yeah.
And then ballistic ink, ASGEIR, and my Streamlight wedge.
Yep.
All for that first one. Thank you. Nightstand is my Roland special. Yep. Gotta like that pew pew.
I like the G's.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites.
Fixed blade has been the Tor Raven. I've been really curious about those Tor knives. They're a little pricier than I like to go for a fixed blade, but they look really nice. And I've heard good things about the company. So I might have to pick one up at some point and see if the hype is worth it. But I also want to try out something from Montana Knife Company too. So won't be able to do both. Knives and Gear Insights. Kaiser Hawk DLC, Concept Goblin XL, good choice. Tenable Fenrir, MKM Garcia, Vosteed Porcupine, Concept Pendulum Fighter Prototype, Citizen ST995. I'm wondering if that's the Citivian that I reviewed. I'm not sure. Let me grab it.
That you didn't review it.
Or that I want to review.
Yeah.
Knocking everything over back here.
And how do you like that Vosteed Porcupine? I'm curious about that one. I've heard good. I've heard bad. And then also heard that the
different one.
Price on the bug out went up.
Yep. Oh yeah, Benchmade's prices are getting out of control. Okay. And Ron Crow says, all right, time to hit the hay. 5 a.m. comes pretty early. Yes, it does. We understand completely.
Good night, Ron.
Thank you for coming by and have a great night.
Yes.
And Knives and Gears answering you. He likes it a lot. Oop. Here we go.
Needs a little sharpening.
Yep.
Is that from use or just that's how it came out the box? Because like I said, I've heard both good and bad things about it. It's actually not on my list, to like buy and have. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in it.
Yeah. I think Vosteed might be having some like growing pains.
Yeah.
They're still relatively new.
Rolf. Make some chicken soup.
The Chicken Commander is back. We are no longer without a fearless leader.
Yeah.
We need to make Rolf a graphic of him with an army of rubber chickens behind him.
Yes, the Chicken Commander. That's how it came.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, I've actually heard that about it, but like I said, I like to get other people's opinions on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sad when some of those companies come like that. Like, I picked this up recently because I thought it was really cool. The pictures were really deceiving. It's not anywhere near. I mean, they definitely doctored the pictures up. And there's little things on this knife that, to me, should absolutely not be there. Like on the spine right here, there's actually a chunk missing. So it's not very sharp and kind of disappointing. All right. I better get to bed myself. Have a good night, everyone. Again, thank you for joining. Have a great night. We love having you here. Ballistic Ink.
Versus 45.
Yep. Camp Knife, White River Knives. Those are good ones. Rolf saying good night to Jim.
Night, Jim Bob. I had to.
Oh, we're on the Waltons now. This is what happens in our Legion night lives. Things just begin to deteriorate as it gets later in the night.
And I am over here playing with this huge wrench. It's like I have to keep Marshall straight somehow, so gotta keep him in line.
With my wrench.
That's mine now. That's going home with me and my carry-on.
You you actually think they'll let you?
Yeah, they'll let me.
Or you'll beat them with it.
I'm like, I'm here prepared. If something happens to the plane, I can fix it.
All right. And Knives and Gear Insight says, oh no, the ST995 is a premium offer from Citivian. It's actually really nice, especially for the $79.99 minus 10% off. Well, I'll take a look at that one. I was curious about them, and this one just
I was not impressed with that one.
This one looked cool in the picture, and they offered choices of micarta, and
Hold it up.
it just it screamed me, and I liked this little fuller feature with the curved fuller on it running into the plunge. I just, yeah, it grabbed me, and it came in, and I was like, and it was a $24 knife, and I thought, you know, that's a lot there for $24. Maybe it'll be pretty cool, and I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
When I took it out of the box, the blade was so off center that it was rubbing against one of the handle liners.
Might as well got it off of Temu, but I've seen some better Temu
Yeah.
knives than that
Yep.
one. So.
Yep. Looks like 1 inch quarter LOL. It's small, but I don't mind the size so much. But yeah, it's got potential, but they just need to step up their quality game. When Temu beats you, you know it's pretty bad.
That was close.
Yep.
I don't feel so bad now. That's like when you first gave me the Odin, I was sitting over here, flipping it, and then right on my thumb.
Yep.
I was like, well, I guess I'm done with that. And then the next day, back at it. So, yeah.
Oh, the wrench.
Yep,
yes.
Exactly.
It's a 1 1/4.
Yes, it is. See, I even proved to you that you're correct. See? There you go. I just have to use this instead of sending Marshall out to the lab. I just use this to tighten his bolts. So that way, when he gets off his rocker some, then easy fix. And if that don't work, I just knock him out with it.
You all encourage her too much. It's starting to carry over from the lives into the daily work.
No, it just carried it from daily work into the lives.
All right. And yep, I was referring to the wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
because I was sitting there thinking like 1 1/4 inch. I was like, that would be a really small knife.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, so I was like, yeah, it's small, but not that small.
Yeah,
you know.
I was like, little bitty. And I know that there are knives that small.
Yes.
When I think Spyderco put out some.
Yep, the bug.
That size. Yeah, put out some that size
and way back, Spyderco. One of their early models was called the police model. It was specially designed for law enforcement.
The Popo model.
Yeah, and they made one that was a pendant, and open it was 3/4 of an inch long.
Yeah.
But it was razor sharp, serrated.
So I need to actually do that, like have a dual makeup brush, like have, my puff on one end and then just like hit a button and an OTF.
An OTF.
Yeah.
No, what you got to do is design it where it's an OTF blade out one end, and then when you draw that one in, you OTF out the brush out the other end. So when the knife's out, the brush sucks in.
No, I would not do that because my luck, I'd be like doing my face and then accidentally hit the button. No, I think we just need OTF at one end.
Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't end well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
The stuff we come up with.
Yes. We would come up with some crazier things, but hey.
It's YouTube.
It's, part of it.
But yeah.
And there's no more Reese's.
No.
Whatever are we gonna do?
Go get more Reese's. It's not like they're far away.
I know, but that's a long walk to the fridge. Oh, it is what it is.
So any of you eat well tonight? What'd you have for dinner?
We haven't eaten yet.
No. That's why I'm like,
You're thinking
food's
of
starting
food.
coming on the brain.
I'm actually surprised we didn't mention food
Yeah.
tonight.
Well,
that's usually one of the topics. No
well,
matter what live we're on, it's somewhere about food.
What got me going on it was realizing that we've got hot Subway sandwiches waiting for us, except
yes,
the microwave's broken.
No, well, they shouldn't be in the fridge.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I was like, hopefully they didn't get put in the fridge.
I think they got.
I was thinking that earlier when I walked out of here. I was like, well, hopefully they're not in the fridge because we have no way to heat them up.
Right. We'll have to bake them in the oven for a few minutes.
Yeah. Ballistic said I haven't had anything yet.
Neither have we.
Yeah.
Which is why the brain is going to food.
Going to the meatball subs.
Yep.
And you would think that we would try and eat before our lives, because knowing good and well, they're going to start talking about, like, Rob's going to talk about chicken soup, and people are going to talk about lasagna,
spaghetti.
Yes, and yeah, and I think the one subject we were talking about, the sausage, gravy, and biscuits, and
yeah.
So we actually ended that live because we were like, we're okay, we got to go eat. You guys made us hungry, so
yeah. Looks like Rolf made spaghetti, or Barbie made spaghetti, and Rolf's claiming it.
A meatball sub sounds good. Yes, it does.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And when I get home, I probably won't do it this weekend because I'm going to be too tired from all the flying and whatnot and traveling. But when I get home, I am eventually going to make Barbie's cowboy chili.
Let's have that for dinner tomorrow. Chili.
Well,
I've been craving it.
I did say I would make chili.
Yeah, I've been craving that.
Yeah. So, and if Ballistic comes over for our live Thursday, I can actually make a big old thing of chili and.
Oh yeah, well we should do it Thursday then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know, Ballistic, if you want to come over. You can bring some of your sharpened pointies to show off.
Ross said, no, LOL, I do 99.9% of the cooking.
Oh.
Well, it's good you can cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been learning a little bit of cooking from her. I figured out a little bit on my own. Learned a little bit from my wife and from a few other people, and eventually I will.
Since I've been here, you've been getting like the southern version of a lot of things. So
yeah, not complaining.
It's all good, and I'm gonna make some homemade biscuits before I go to.
Ballistic Ink says, "In like Flynn."
Hope you like chili, so I'll make it Thursday.
Yeah.
We can all sit in here on the line. Since we're
shoveling chili, yeah.
So we'll just but you got to use your hand. I'm kidding.
And bring your banjo. You do know how to play it, right? I mean, it'll be even more funny if you don't. But yeah, if you can play it, we might say, don't bring it. We don't need you making us look bad while we're all over here banging on stuff, making noise.
And I was thinking of the movie Deliverance when you were talking about you can go play your banjo. I could just see him over there. Oh man.
Oh, I just thought of something that I shouldn't say on here.
Yeah, then don't.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain until Thursday night, I think. Chili will be great. It's raining here right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When I stepped out a while ago, I could hear it was pouring.
Oh, wow. I just figured it was the sprinklers.
I can't hear it right now, but yeah, I can hear it out there.
And
go ahead.
Oh, I do know how to play it.
Probably do not know.
Oh, do not know. Probably just bring the 6-string over. Oh,
fine.
bring the banjo. Come on.
Yeah, bring the banjo too, and he can attempt to.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Because Rolf is supposed to be bringing his cigar box guitar.
Yep.
Not here. He's going to be on the live. And then Barbie has her dinner triangle.
And then we've got the cowbell
and she's got
and
her
the
little
gong.
gong too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Go up one.
Oh.
I've been feeding myself for 50 years. Mom and Dad both work, so I cook for 5. Me being the oldest. Okay. You just lost your spot, Marshall. Yeah, I started cooking at a really young age too. But and I love cooking actually. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I won't just cook something big for myself. There has to be other people there that are going to eat it in order for me to make like a big meal or whatnot. So as long as I know people are going to eat, I'm fine. I guess I'll have to go look outside. We're like 8 miles from there. Yeah. When I walked out of here earlier, I heard it was pouring. I can't hear it right now, but I'm inside here, so that might be why. Well, hello, Stacy. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Look at you crazy people still up and on the air. Yes. You know it. That's what we do. Oh, yep, that's true. You do. Don't forget, I've got the washed up base. Are you going to be coming on our live with us? If so, let me know so I can send you a link before we go live. Ballistic. Mom worked, so I cooked all the time. Yeah, I can understand that. I was fortunate enough to where, I learned from several of my family members how to cook. So I kind of learned how, like the older style of cooking, like literally making everything from scratch. My grandmother, my great aunts and stuff like that. So, and I have shortcuts that I make when I'm in a rush or something. So yeah, they're the ones that would probably get mad at me if I opened up a packet of the instant gravy or whatnot. But yeah. Mom always told me to get the heck out of the kitchen, so not enough room. But somehow I still knew how to cook. Yeah. I got in the way a lot too. And I also did that with my dad because I always try to help him. I was learning, help him work on cars and stuff. But yeah, you pick up a lot just watching. No, I don't do the video thing, but thank you. Not a problem at all. Yeah, just be here in the chat then if you're able to. And bring your wash tub base. Have you guys heard the news about the UFO spotting in Washington, D.C.? It's all over the news at the moment. No, I haven't heard about it. I've been on the live, so I haven't had a chance to look at the news, but I'll make sure to check it out. Ballistic, got to find a big jug to get those low notes in. Yes, indeed. But yeah, Thursday, we're just planning on, we talk knives so much and everything. And so not that we ever try to be serious because being serious is just not our thing. So just having fun is what Thursday's live is going to be all about. Because one thing that, we love to do on our channel, on our lives rather, is just, I want to be able to laugh, relax, and actually doing these lives is a break for us. And we get to socialize. So, yeah. So, yeah, Thursday, we'll have the gong. We're going to have the cowbell. And so whatever extra we have. Ballistic, got to find Marshall a new garage microwave. And the microwave in the house is what went bad. A couple nights ago, we were in there cooking dinner, the three of us, and I think either Marshall or Elisa put something in the microwave, and all of a sudden you could just smell something was like burning. It was like wires burning. So yeah, we were like, it's time to retire this one. So shortly after that, one of them turned on the vent and like smoke came out of it. And I was like, yeah, let's not. So yeah, they're in the process of replacing it. So for right now, we can't heat anything up microwave wise, but we still have the oven and the air fryer. Well, hello, Mick. Welcome back. He said, hey, at Legion Steel Knives, good to see you and all my knife peeps.
Yep. Glad to have you here.
Mick, congrats on your wins. Do tell Mick, where did you win? We were in Dark Waters giveaway earlier, but we ended up, because we were in his and we were in Help with Gadgets. And then, of course, some other things came up. So by the time we came back, we were Help with Gadgets. Ballistic said, oh, that's way worse. Yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately, that the microwave is not salvageable. So,
yeah, you don't use a microwave that has a burning electric smell.
Yes, no, that's never good. Let me scoot over so you can get in here. And Stacy is in here, and Mick is in here. And Stacy was congratulating Mick on his wins, plural. So I'm needing the details.
Yep. Picture it didn't happen.
He said, "Won an awesome new button lock raccoon." Where'd you win that one from, Mick? Because in Dark Waters, we wanted to remain and play for others, but unfortunately didn't get to stay. You could bust that old microwave open and get that huge magnet that it has in there. Yeah, good.
Me and electrical things don't get along. Even unplugged electrical things.
Well, if it's unplugged, it's safe.
You think?
Mick Ranger, Dark Water. Okay, I thought so. Because I knew I saw you in there, but wasn't sure. Because I know they had a couple giveaways. And I noticed like a lot of like the other smaller channels are starting to do a lot of giveaways too.
Yep.
There's a couple that haven't been around actually too long, and we just happened to run into them, and they were doing the giveaways. There's water right there if you need some.
Yeah. Shouldn't have gone out into the cold.
Oh, that new upcoming Berg Blades Alpha looks good. Yeah, it does. I agree. I tried to DSKFS a knife to brown sugar in Dark Water. It gave me an awesome knife.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. It's a pretty strong magnet, and they come in handy. That reminds me, I had that whenever the big projection, TV screens,
Right.
They actually have it's like a huge magnifying glass. It's like plexiglass on the front of them. And so anyway, I had mine forever. And so it finally died on us. So we dismantled it and saved the parts from it. And we saved that huge screen because it was, it was pretty heavy on the magnification. And so you remember when you were little and you hold a magnifying glass over a leaf trying to set the ant on fire?
I was going to say, you can use those old screens as weapons.
Yeah. And so I had told my kids that. So they were out there in the yard just like trying to set a blaze with it. It was funny. So as awesome as Dark Water is, he decided to give us both knives. That is awesome,
Yeah.
Mick. That's really nice of him. Ballistic, I thought I saw something about a new spider code yesterday on my emails. I have to go look again.
Oh, let me know, because I've been considering Spider Code for my next knife purchase.
Knives and Gear, who is Dark Water. He's another knife channel. So if you just literally, go in for the search or unless somebody wants to throw a link in there. I don't think we have. I know Rolf, if he's listening, he's been in his channel too, so maybe he could pop a link on for us. Says, hey, I loved the video you did with Mr. D's. Yeah,
thank you.
He's an amazing man.
Yep.
Let me go find Darkwater's channel real quick.
Yeah,
and I'll give you the link.
Mr. D's was a joy to work with. He's just so passionate. You know, we have so many funny stories from filming with him. He was so eager to make a knife for everyone. We got there in the morning and we're, you know, just kind of doing the chit chat, checking out his shop, figuring out the best way to approach how we were going to set up our equipment for filming there. And he was like, are we going to make a knife? You know, he just was ready to go. And we're like, yeah, okay, let's get to it, you know. But super humble man, super kind, willing to share any of the information he has. And he just loves doing what he's doing.
He said, I just tried searching. Yeah, that you should be able to see the link to his YouTube channel now. All I get is the movie Darkwater. Yeah. Black Wolf, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Australian Guy hasn't went live yet. LOL. So I'm back for a bit.
All right. Well, we got you here.
Glad we keep you entertained until then.
Yep. Just remember, if you stay too long, you never leave.
How long did it take him to make that knife from start to finish?
So we were filming at his house for just shy of 8 hours.
Yeah, we were there from like 9 to 5 the first day.
The first day.
And he had that knife completed in that first day.
Yeah. Now, one of the little filming secrets, because heat treat takes a while, so there was one knife for the build up to the heat treat and then one heat treat on.
Yeah, so when you see him actually clamping, whenever after, you know, he puts the epoxy and everything in, you see him clamp it all. That knife, that actually has to cure for like about 24 hours or so.
Yeah.
So that he hung that up, and the one that he did the day before to get it to that point is the one he pulled down and started working on.
Yeah, he was prepared. He had
everything
that took real time that none of you would sit there and watch the timer count down on the heat treat oven or sit and watch glue dry. He was prepared with the next stage so that we could get through it all in one day.
Yeah, and that's normally what we ask, you know, the knife makers, bladesmiths, swordsmiths to do before we come to the shop is have a knife out like in stages. And Mr. J had it up until that point because he knew it would take a full 24 hours for it to cure. And he literally, I mean, he did everything up to that point where he clamped that one. So, yeah, I mean, you still got to see the whole process.
Yeah.
But he moved pretty fast. He was done with that knife in one day. So I would say, like normally, it would probably take him 2 days to do that process. But he was so fast at it, and it was just, and then like he used the universal file holder, the tool holder, and that's what, you know, he was putting the tang in to hold it, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we learned a lot from him. And then that's like, even that was, I think was the Kirkland ring holder he was talking about
for folders
using. And yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of good tips from him, and he is just so sweet. He is so humble, and you know, he's just, we absolutely adore Mr. J.
Yeah. And we'll probably be doing more content of different types with him in the future as well. So this won't be the last time you see him on our channel.
Yep. He said, wow, that is amazing. Let me go see what Ballistic said real quick. I was mistaken. Just a sell for the Autonomy 2 was the Blade HQ email for the new belt out. All right. I watched the entire video and I have ADD. Yeah, he just... And his sheath making, I was just like, I was amazed with it. Because that's like, I know when Marshall does his leather sheaths, of course he does them all by hand too, but he doesn't have the Titman boss. So he's hand stitched. Every single stitch is hand stitched. Nothing wrong with that, but that stitcher makes life so much simpler.
Yeah, because for me, a sheath is a 2-day project because I spend an entire day with a pair of pliers and a heavy-duty sewing needle, hand stitching it up, shoving that needle through the sheath with pliers. No fun.
Yeah. Well, folks, I'm calling it a night. Good to see you all and see y'all soon. All right. Love you, Stacy. Thank you for being here. You're awesome as always. And Stacy's got some good videos over there too. Yeah.
Make sure you check out her channel.
They don't make them like Mr. D's anymore.
Nope.
Yeah. He's truly one of a kind. And we were talking earlier in this live how, it's good to be able to want to share information to help people, become better in their craft and whatnot. And Mr. J was all about that. And so it was like really nice to see.
Yeah. And I think one of the sad things in this industry, and I'm sure it's happening in others as well, but we have an entire generation of skilled craftsmen that are sadly, because of age, they're on their way out via retirement or less desirable means. And the younger generation is so wrapped up in the technology and things like 3D printing, CNC machining, and there's nothing wrong with those, but they're so focused on that, they're missing out on everything that comes with that old school way of doing it.
Yeah. He said that stitcher was awesome. Yeah.
I am so envious of that stitcher.
Yeah.
She had to watch me to make sure, because it's not real big, to make sure I wasn't like tucking it under my arm or throwing my jacket over it to get it out of there.
Yeah. Black Wolf, I've asked several black bladesmiths around the area back when I could afford it to make me a heavy chopper machete from a leaf spring. None would do it.
Yeah. I've made one. I can send you pictures if you reach out. You'd probably like it.
I had to restitch the PPK holster, and it was way harder to do than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me go here. Is it Mr. J or Mr. D's? You can call him either. And when Marshall asked him, he's like, what would you rather me call you? And he's like, Jay.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jay? And he's like, yeah. So he is an absolute character. And that's why it was important to me when I was editing his video that I left his humor in there. Like when he was talking about when his cell phone was going off when he was making the sheath, I think it was. No, it wasn't the sheath. Was it? Yeah, the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes I just you hope it's somebody calling to buy a knife, and actually it's someone trying to sell you something. Yeah. And I automatically thought about, hello, I'm contacting you about your car's extended warranty. But and then during the interview, I left in the part about the spider just coming across the table and whatnot. And Mr. J didn't miss a beat. He was just like, oh, well, look, there's a spider. And then he's like, well, so anyway, back to the still. So, yeah, he was just, I love his sense of humor. He's, like I said, he's an awesome guy. My leather project is laughing at me in the corner. It's not a joke that it takes some time. Yeah.
And if you ever have any questions, just hit me up. I'll answer what I can. I am by no means a master at leather work. I'm still very much a student at it, but I've made several sheaths, so where I can help, I will.
Mick said such a humble man. Yes, he is. Definitely a very good man. The Black Wolf Outdoors. I wanted it for bushcraft and survival vids. That content never caught traction, so I deleted all content till starting my fishing channel. LOL. Yeah.
I think the bushcraft world on YouTube, I think it's kind of a saturated market. So many people are interested in it, and it's allowed some channels to grow really big and kind of dominate that.
Yeah. And that's like, I'm actually glad you're doing fishing content. I love seeing that. I wish I could get out and fish more often like I used to, but I cannot at the moment. But anyway, yeah, I enjoy watching that. And that's like Robert's Journey. He does like a lot of videos, nature videos and stuff like that, going down the water and checking just certain aspects of nature out and whatnot. And I love videos about nature and what. So yeah, I'm glad you're doing the fishing channel. And I think Jason, who was here last Saturday, was actually has said he had originally started a bushcraft channel too, and then ended up same thing, not having any traction. So
yeah, Jason's really into the bushcraft and that like Ernest Hemingway African safari style camping.
Yeah. I think the wind is kicking out there.
Oh yeah.
Well, hello, Texyat.
Hey, Texyat, email us.
Yes. If you want your prize, you definitely need to email us so we can get it to you.
Yeah, I looked for your email. I checked our spam folder. Couldn't find anything from you anywhere. So if you did email us, please email us again because it's not showing up in our email system.
He said I just did.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes. Because we were talking about you today. We're like, okay, we have one prize. I mean, because we sent everybody's, except for two, out. Isn't it two?
Yeah.
His
and then
and Chris's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were like, yeah, we haven't heard from him. And normally if you guys send us a message on Instagram, then we don't have to like go hunt you down. It's easier for us. We have a question for you whenever we can just shoot you a message and be like, hey, you got this, or can we get this information and whatnot? So
yeah.
But yeah.
Then we can ping your phone and annoy you.
Be like, what are you doing? What are you doing now? Why?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
It's unfortunate that you didn't get traction on that. Most of the guys I know are so focused on building the latest high-speed gear and gadgets that they never think about the survival aspects of it.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, Black Wolf Outdoors isn't the only one that we've heard from that tried to do the bushcraft route and whatnot, and it didn't really go that far. But yeah. And that's sad because especially if it's something you're so passionate about, and there's got to be others out there like you, and then when you go out there and put that information out there, the videos, and everybody's like, it's like, wow.
You know what? You know how you break through in the bushcraft world? Dress like a caveman and start a caveman camping channel, and just go as old school as you possibly can.
Texyat said it was a hectic few days. Sorry about that. No need to apologize.
Yeah, no need to apologize.
We normally give everybody like 7 days, whether you're a member or not, to send us an email like we request. And I think only once we've had after the 7 day period, we've had to retract the prize and put it back in a giveaway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And we hate doing that.
Yeah.
But we can't sit and hold on to stuff forever.
I was so intrigued by the video. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Mick, that video was actually one of my favorites to work on. It was very long to work on because, again, like I said at the beginning of the live, that sometimes you have 9-10 hours of footage that you have to reduce down because our episodes, we want to either be, we want them to be between an hour and 30 to 2 hours. We try not to get them over 2 hours, but it's a lot to edit and cut, and then you have other angles you got to do, and so much more involved in it. So yeah, I was actually glad to see that video finally go out for many reasons. Because, and on the other hand too, Mr. J really needs to be recognized for his fine craftsmanship that he does. He just does amazing work. So yeah. And so far, I think, and all the videos are my favorite. KC Luns, video. We absolutely loved working with Casey.
Oh,
He's a mess. He's a mess. And so yeah, I love working on his video. And again, Casey and Trevor and Mr. J, and then we did Alex this month. So much information and knowledge that they share with us.
And that's one of the neat things about the In the Shop videos is, like, right now, except for Mr. JD's, everyone we've covered has been bladesmiths, but you get such a unique experience at each one. Casey with his sword, and Casey had probably the most impressive collection of tools, which you could, if any of you walked into that shop, you could be there for hours just looking at all the tools, and then, Trevor, he had the fineness of his work. If you saw the table of knives he had there in person, your jaw would just drop. They were stunning, and Mr. JD's, how humble he was and with sharing information and showing off how quickly he can work. Every one of them brings a unique aspect to it.
Yep. Can have all the cool guy gear, but if you can't build a fire or harvest game, it's game over. Yeah.
Yep.
Says, right, Ballistic, I'm going to sprinkle in that content on my channel again, but I'm growing it as fishing for now. Yeah. And honestly, I definitely sprinkle that in there. Sprinkle, the knife topic in there. You don't have to be like full blown, knives or anything, but yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yep.
I would put in there with it, because we all know fishing just doesn't involve, casting your pole and catching a fish. There's a lot of other things involved, especially if you have to trek to a hidden fishing hole that's your favorite spot.
Right.
So done that. But yeah, that's a good idea, Black Wolf. I would definitely do that. Says the knowledge needs passed to the next generation, whether they ever need it or not. Yep.
Otherwise, it's just lost and it's wasted.
Yep. Melissa Backwoods even started out with bushcraft stuff years ago and had not much traction. Then she switched to knives only and has now the biggest knife tube channel. Who was it she used to work for? I forget.
I'm pretty sure she used to work for Blade Magazine at one point. I might be mistaken, but I think that's who she was working for.
How's the trout fishing out there? I'm so burned out on bass fishing. Excited about muskie and pike. Black Wolf says, I haven't been trout fishing here yet, unfortunately, and I miss it a lot. But from friends I know, they say there are excellent trout fishing areas around here.
Oh, awesome.
And speaking of the trout, I'm glad that EEC was able to get
the
trout leak.
Yeah, we saw that in one of the lives. He was excited about it because he got it in today.
Yeah. Well, he mentioned it at the beginning of our live.
Oh, so it was our live. Yeah, I'm not here.
Or was it? I'm like, wait a minute.
I thought
I think it was Help with Gadgets.
Yeah,
he told me
I thought it was a different live.
Yeah, and then he mentioned it again tonight, I believe.
We talked to so many people in our chat and other chats. And believe it or not, you guys all crack up about this, but when we're in the chat for somebody else's live and we're typing up, we're talking verbally to the people, even though they can't hear us.
Yes. Black Wolf, there is so much on this topic I love to discuss, but not to type it all out. Well, you're always welcome to come on a live with us if you're okay with showing your face on screen, and we can discuss the topic all you want, so you don't have to.
Maybe
I'm
you
the
can
same way
teach us some things.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to the South, so I got to learn some of this hillbilly stuff. I knew you were going to do that. That's why I was ready.
The survival and bushcraft topic, that is. Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
We're all about knives, and knives definitely play into that. So.
Yep. Ballistic, I completely understand that. Yeah. But yeah, we know, like he said, knives are involved in it. He said, I'm quite okay being on screen. So yeah, just let us know, because we're live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So just let us know like when a good time is for you, and we can do that.
Yep. Just not this Saturday because I'm still learning this software and she's going to be in the air. So that could go really bad.
That sounds kind of funny. She's going to be in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I technically am going to be in the air. But yeah. So yeah, like I said earlier, Marshall's going to be going solo this Saturday because I am going to be traveling back home. And
you are all mine.
But between flights and whatnot, I will try to pop in to chat and say hello. He said, okay, sounds awesome. The South is easy to adapt to. The humidity is the hardest part. Why does everybody have a hard time with humidity there?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I always heard nightmare stories about the humidity out there, but in the last few years, I've spent more time in the South than the rest of my life, and I didn't find the humidity all that bad.
Well, the best thing about the humidity there is that you have moisture in the air. So when it's like hot outside, it's not this dry hot where you can't breathe. And it's like when I was in Texas, it was 117 degrees there. And because it's less humidity, I was just like, oh, I can't breathe. You need that moisture. And ballistic, I didn't until I moved to California. Yeah. Yeah, and I've noticed a lot too coming here. It's like, where's the humidity? Everything's so dry. And so, yeah, that's, I mean, affected me even physically, you know, because I'm like, my allergies are like, yeah, we don't like this. But I mean, I know I eventually would adapt. But yeah, the only bad part of the humidity is if you have naturally curly hair back home where I live at. You walk outside and yeah, you look like a crazy spazzy cotton ball. It's just like I stuck my finger in a light socket because I have naturally curly hair. And yeah, it's, you don't want to see that. Text yet? Try New Orleans. The humidity here is on a different level. Yeah, that's about how it is in Mississippi.
Yeah, she's not all that far from you.
Yeah. Very true, Knives. Very true. It is very dry.
Yeah, and it's dry here. We're in the Mojave Desert here, and we're actually at high elevation, so we're like an average day of humidity here is like 6%, and it can get pretty rough sometimes.
Oh yeah, and I still like when I came out here last year in October. You were like, "Oh, see that bridge up there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "We're going to cross over the Mojave River," and I was like, "Oh, cool! I get to see the Mojave River." So we drive over it. He goes, "There it is," and I'm like, "Where is it?" It was just like this tiny stream going under. And I was like, and they needed to build a bridge for this.
It's like it was like 6 inches of water, wide a path of water.
Yeah, it was. He's like, well, you know, most of it's running underground, so I was expecting a big old river. You know, I'm used to driving over Lake Pontchartrain, and you had, you know, that huge lake, water everywhere. So, you know, I'm kind of expecting something less, you know, than that. But still, you're expecting water to be under the bridge. And I think the water that was flowing under there would have not even helped an ant. So, says, yeah, the Mojave River runs underground for the most part up here. You should see it when it rains really good.
Yep. Yeah, so when it really rains, that whole basin that the bridge goes over, it'll be filled bank to bank for a day or two.
For a day or two. Wow. Can you fish?
No.
Well, okay, there's no point. Rolf said, LOL, that's as bad as the LA River. Yeah.
Well, the LA River is more like a sewage canal. I mean, it's all concrete.
I lived in North Carolina for 2 years. That's totally different. Humidity in the summer at 90, 95 degrees, and you take a shower, go outside, and pretty much need another shower. Yes. That's how it is, like Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. It's just that humidity is just, It's insane. Even in some, I know parts of Arkansas that I've been in, it's just the same way. The humidity, it just, it's so heavy. But, then again, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, here you can be getting a torrential downpour and it's like 28% humidity.
It's definitely not the mushy Mississippi. You talking about New Orleans? Just trying to clarify. I was like, okay, there's a lot of things that's mushy in Mississippi. So he says mighty.
Oh.
Okay. Mighty,
I was afraid to ask there for a moment.
Mighty mushy. Yeah. Pretty much once I hit 500 subs, I'm going to start doing survival, sprinkle in, and lives focused on all things outdoors. Then we should see how it goes from there. Yeah, cool. I think you'll do really good at going that route. I honestly do. Black Wolf said Missouri is humidity heavy too. Yeah, I've only been there like once, so I know you're more of an expert on Missouri than I am. So
yeah,
there's that.
The only time I've been to Missouri, I didn't like it. But, there was just too many bugs there for me. Yeah. Flying ones, that is.
Ralph said, yes, it is. And I live on the west side of North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there many, many times. I actually lived there for quite a bit. So, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from there. Ballistic, that's how it was in Oklahoma, 103 with a 90% humidity, like a damp blanket out of the dryer. Yep. I was talking about the Mojave River not being like the Mississippi River, but autocorrect run. We were trying to figure it out. I was like, what? And then it said mighty, then mushy. It makes sense now. Let me go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. That was funny. I was like, what? I'm like, let me clarify on this before I misspeak on it.
Yeah, and it's funny because with the river being below ground, it does have its above ground area, but it's one of the very, very few rivers in the world that flow from south to north.
I'm going to go make sure our meatball subs are not in the fridge.
Already did.
Okay, you already did? Okay, yeah. Where are they at?
On
the counter?
After taking them out of the fridge.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, yeah, I was thinking about those meatball subs. No shame. Yeah. No shame whatsoever. All deep southern rivers are mushy.
Yep.
Yeah. So was the Honey Island swamp. That one's got has a smell to it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been to a swamp. I kind of want to go, but I'm kind of scared of what might lurk below the water.
Mm-hmm. All the things that make Missouri bad still don't outweigh the fact in Cali, I paid $3,200 a month in rent in an area you can't even own land, to living on over 300 acres of family land. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
preach.
I'm leaving California for a reason.
Yeah. And he says, and taxes per year is around 800. Yep.
Yeah.
You got to pop those things in the oven. I was thinking about that. I was like, we can put them in the air fryer. I don't know, heat them up or heat the oven up.
Make them toasted.
Yep. Swamps are more fun than mud between the toes. Ballistic, 3 acres in the high desert is $800K. That's insane.
Yep. Yeah, and in my neighborhood, a 1/16 of an acre is $100K.
Wow.
And they'll put, like a 3,500 square foot 2-story house on a 1/16 of an acre, and then you end up with a pizza slice of lawn like I have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I won't miss California. I'll miss some people here, and I'll miss some aspects of it, but for the most part, I can't get out of here fast enough.
my brain just totally checked out.
Yeah, I was like, I was seeing you on the screen. I'm like, where'd she go?
No, I was actually thinking about what Black Wolf said about the 300 acres and all of that, and my brain was over there on all that land, and
Right.
that's like because I was thinking like Wyoming and all that. There's some beautiful land out there.
Yeah. And Texiat says, I just checked and the humidity is 91% right now.
I believe it.
That's gonna be one of the, I mean, my business to the south, the humidity hasn't bothered me much, but I don't know how humid it was at the moment. But I know that's gonna take some getting used to for me.
40 acres in Missouri is $120K with a house.
40 acres in California with a house is probably like $13 million.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna let you read that.
Okay. Black Wolf Outdoors, High Desert was fun. Used to visit Jawbone and up around Schmidt's Tunnel. I'm not familiar with those places, but are you talking about like the Mojave High Desert, or because we got a few high deserts around here?
Back home where I live, the current humidity there is 100%. Now we're gonna check it here.
Well, let's see what the humidity.
71 here because we got rain too.
Yeah.
So I was curious.
All right.
Start loading up a U-Haul.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's the?
Black Wolf says, "Come on out, Tex."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think as time goes on, we're going to start seeing a lot of people move from urban areas out to the country.
It was almost 80 today in Western North Carolina. Yeah, I know yesterday was a really warm day.
Yeah, yesterday we got to 79.
And I think it even got up to 80 back home in Mississippi. But and it was warm here, and we're watching the snowstorm.
Yeah.
Up.
With having had snow out here last week.
Oh yeah. That was nice to see. That was like really pretty. Yeah. Even though it snowed back home. And I was like, what? Not because I'm not there, it's gonna snow. And it did.
Well, I got you your fill of snow and panic.
Yes.
And terror. Yeah.
And the switchbacks.
Yeah. In a 57-year-old car.
Yeah. Humidity currently 32% in Arizona. Oh, wow. Ballistic. When did it go from 10 to midnight?
Probably 2 hours ago.
Yep. Just don't turn my country living area to big city drama. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
No, I worry about that. I want to get out there before too many big city people learn that the country is good.
Yeah. I love living in the country. I've never liked the big cities and whatnot. So I like the peace. I like the privacy. You don't have houses like where you walk out the back door and you're in the neighbor's bedroom.
Yeah.
It's a house for miles and miles, and I love that. Black Wolf said it's 2 a.m. here.
Yeah. The first time she came out here, she was like, how do you live where I look out my window and into the neighbors?
Yeah. Yeah, like there's zero privacy. Have a good night, Ballistic. Glad you joined us.
And, hit me up. Let me know if you do actually want to be here for our next live.
Yeah, he said shoot me a message on what time to head over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't read that far yet. I just got, I'm up for the night.
I was helping you out.
All right, thank you.
Saving you some hot air. Ah,
Oh,
you're welcome. It's happening here in North Carolina. It's getting sad here, man.
yep. Yeah, I got a buddy who lives in Tennessee, and I know it's happening out there too.
Yeah.
Are you up near Flagstaff or something, or closer to Red Rock? Yeah, I hope so too. But sadly, I think a lot of bad people have other ideas.
Well, you are the chicken commander.
Yep.
And I think, what was it? It was 5:30 the latest we did a live.
Yeah.
The one night live. But we didn't go on till like 10:30 that night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we started at 8:30 tonight, right? Yeah.
We've been on for 3 hours and 35 minutes.
And I can already feel the food calling.
Yeah. Well, we can always go and eat if you want. Let's see. I'll have to email you guys to figure out a day to join the stream for the chat discussion. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, we can work it out. It doesn't have to be like right away. So if the things are kind of bad for you for a period of time, we can set the date whenever is good and work it out. And we're pretty flexible.
Yep. Yeah. Just let us know. Oh no, I'm in Scottsdale in the Phoenix metro area, but I live it up north. We're mostly up there for construction projects.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't do Phoenix. I've been there a few times. That heat there, no way.
I have to check out as well. Time for a little nap. Good night, everyone. Have a very good night, Text Chat, and thank you for emailing us.
Yes, thank you.
All the farms are selling out to developers. We have big time construction going. Oh man.
That's sad.
And solar fields.
Yeah.
I know that firsthand.
And I imagine a lot of that's going to keep happening as long as the corporate farms keep growing. All right, Knives and Gear Insights. So during the week when I'm on a project, I stay up there. Yeah, and I bet you don't want to come home either. You want to come home to your family, but I mean to your area.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know it's getting late for everybody else, and
I think with a lot of people heading to bed and us thinking about meatball sub sandwiches waiting for us, it might be that time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, everybody, it was great having you here, and we will be here Thursday night to make a lot of ruckus with the Redneck Jam.
That indeed.
You want to participate and you got a redneck instrument, hit us up on Instagram or on email, and we will get you the information needed for you to join us on screen.
I'm honestly cool with any time, any day, unless I'm able to go fishing that day. Even then, if I have signal there, I can still join while I fish.
That's dedication.
Yes. Yep. I absolutely love that. And Rolf says, meatball sub.
Oh, yes. I got 12 inches of meatball-y goodness waiting for me.
Yep. So I think we're going to go have that. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the conversation. We absolutely enjoyed it as always.
Yep. We always have fun with any of our lives.
Yep. And until next time, have a great night. You all have sweet dreams. Get some rest. Take a nap, regardless of whatever time it is there.
Yep.
And we will see you guys Thursday.
See you Thursday. Good night.
All right. Good night.